Start spamming Ekrai.
None of us have him on anything else besides Discord.
Well, keep adding.
I'm DMing him personally.
Yeah,
I'm gonna spam.
Perfect. Thank you. I appreciate it. I know I was trying to do some online shopping, perhaps, and then I was like, oh, I have like no internet. Lovely. Thank you. Hey. Hey.
Not active right now.
Hold on, I'm gonna call Mac.
Okay.
Isn't it Mac's friend?
Yeah, it's Mac's friend.
Alright.
You're going through hoops. Okay, we'll start in like 5 to 10 minutes.
I didn't realize that I wasn't.
Mac, please.
Muted.
Please, Shoddy Bay.
Shoddy Bay, please.
Mac, please, Shoddy Bay.
Wait, who's
Mac, I
that?
would literally make out with you if you fucking answer your phone.
Ekrai, we're gonna.
Mac,
Come on, my guy.
Mac, please.
Ekrai.
Ugh. Hello. Oh my god, why is it not working? Okay, there we go. There we go.
Augie, how mentally prepared do I need to be for this?
Decently?
I'm scared. Augie. I swear to God. Leave my family alone. Leave my family alone.
Your actions have consequences in OTAX.
What actions? What actions?
I mean, good actions, because you guys did the right thing, but they're still actions, so, you know,
What
other
actions?
people aren't as happy. Alright, Ekrai's here. Everyone's here. Wow, look at that. Everyone's here. This is amazing.
So good.
Don't worry, Ekrai. You had to cuddle your girlfriend. As punishment, she must now join OTAX Phase 2, and you have to force her to get into D&D. Okay.
How does it feel to live my dream?
Alright, motherfuckers, we're starting.
Oh.
Okay.
What if I don't want to, August?
Well, that's too damn bad,
What
because
if we just keep
I'm gonna
talking?
ask you all to please mute.
No.
Welcome back, everyone, to
Fuck you, August.
welcome back, everyone, to the next session of Meeting of Worlds. We're going to do the standard recap into the cutscene. So, where we last left off, you have all successfully stolen the baby Azure from the pirates and are heading back to Valterian territory with Dusk. You all begin to question the morals and plots of taking this child, and Dusk also seems a little haphazard in this kidnapping, but seems set on their goals, whatever their goals may be. There was a very cute moment of you all playing with the little child, and it was really cute and wholesome, until Dusk sailed you all to the Valterian city of Darvox. Darvox is the main kind of smithy/production city that Valteria has. It produces all of their war gear, all of their armor, and the main keep, called the Anvil, is located on top of this massive plateau that kind of overlooks the poorer districts of Darvox. You all checked in your ship, and with all the fanfare in the world, because Dusk is a Dragonfang, you all arrived at the Anvil, and Dusk took the child from you all and paid Elwyn and Ekrai, and told them that their services are no longer needed. Ekrai ran into one of his siblings, named Olania, who is another Dragonfang, who hadn't seen another one of her siblings in quite a while. And so the two of them discussed about their mother, Sabrina, and what has been happening to the different tieflings of her bloodline. After that, you all decided to have some rest and relaxation after your long excursion to Thenral and Edia. And so you all decided to go to the small town of... what the fuck was it called? Where are my notes? Luman. You all went to the town of Luman, where Elwyn and Beck's families are. Elwyn, you took part of the group to your mother's tavern, the Ruby Giant Inn. And Beck, you went home to visit your family that you hadn't seen in a few months because you've been on duty. While Elwyn and friends' time at the Ruby Giant Inn was fun, and they all caught up and had some good food, Beck, the visit with your parents, or parent, wasn't as good. Your mom told you that your father and older sibling had gone out to try and find the creature that attacked you when you were very young, and the both of them were apparently led into the forest by a mysterious woman. Chaos ensued. You all regrouped to try and help Beck find where his family had gone, and you all delve into the forest. That is when, Beck, you saw the outline of a bird-like creature made out of wood, stone, with bright, burning yellow eyes, and you knew exactly who this was. And you all ran into a clearing near the middle of the woods and found Luneth waiting for you all. She had captured Beck's parents, or family members, as bait to bring you all into the forest and to attempt to take Alisman once and for all. The deal was simple. Luneth would give Beck back his family members if the party handed over Alisman. But this did not pan out, and you all decided to try and fight Luneth, but she proved herself to be a much more dangerous adversary than you all expected, using the witch's flame to burn and scorch you all horribly, and eventually knocking out Beck and kidnapping him and taking him to the rest of his family. While the rest of you retreated to try... Sorry, Discord cut out for a second. While the rest of you retreated and decided to regroup to try and save Beck and his family members. And that is where we're going to pick up after the cutscene. Alright, it's going to be a little bit of a long one, so bear with me, guys. This cutscene takes place 2 days before the party runs into Luneth in the woods. 2 days prior, on the docks of Cyclone Retreat, you can see two pirate members of the Jaws of Maglodorn crew. You can see they're both kind of staying on the docks, and you can see they're discussing things. So, heard Captain Nim's baby was stolen by Valterians. Crazy stuff happening these days. Valterians are getting pretty bold to make their way back here after the victory we scored on them. The other pirate shrugs. Well, Valterians are crazy. But stealing a pirate lord's son, that's probably got to be the craziest thing they've ever done. Pirate lords aren't going to be happy about this one. And you see that the pirate looks up at the docks, and you can see there are 5 ships there, each with a different symbol on them. There's a red rose, a golden jaw mouth that's painted in gold. You can see there is a like a mermaid type figure painted on one of the sails. 2 crossed swords with a bunch of vines growing through them, and the final ship is a ring with 2 crossbows going through it. As the 2 pirates continue to talk, the gruffer one kind of looks over as he sees a figure walking down the docks, wearing a black cloak. And the pirate walks up. Oi! Piss off, bloke! Docks are off for commoners. But the figure continues to walk closer and closer, and the pirate walks up and draws his cutlass and says, I said the dock is off! And in a flash of green fire, the pirate's arm is severed from his body as he yells in pain and starts to stumble to the ground before a sword bathed in green flames slices through the pirate, completely cutting him in half. The other pirate goes, Jesus fucking Christ, and goes to grab through his cutlass, but he is pinned to the wall as an arm smashes him against the side of a building, and you can see the purple gem-like skin of Luneth underneath, as the pirate gazes into the hood to see her bright, yellow, glowing eyes. I have a question to ask you, if you would be so inclined to answer it for me, Luneth says. The pirate is kind of just like mumbling to himself, and he just nods. Am I true to believe that a group of Valterians came through here not too long ago? The pirate nods. Am I also to believe that they were accompanied by a little fey man with golden flower tattoos on his face? The pirate nods again. Do you know where these Valterians are headed? The pirate begins to stutter. I don't know where they've gone. And at this, Luneth holds her blade up to his throat and he goes, Okay. Our scouts said that they seem to be sailing back into Valterian waters. We're guesstimating they're heading for the city of Darvox. That's all I know. Luneth lets go of the pirate's throat, and he falls to the ground and sputters for air. He looks back up at Luneth and at the glowing green blade, and he just points and he says, "I thought that you were dead. I thought that you were banished." Luneth looks at the pirates and takes her hood off and says, "What do you mean?" The pirate stutters to himself and says, "There's only been one person with that green flames. A cursed witch pirate. A phantom ghost named Lillian. Why do you have her fire?" At this, Luneth kind of rocks her head back and begins laughing hysterically. Lillian! Oh, darling. Lillian was a weakling. I'm her successor, Luneth says, and she kind of squats down to the pirate's level and looks at him in the eyes. This green flame is a powerful, ancient power that slayed a god. And that little ghost stories pirates was squandering said power. And so now it's been passed on to me, so I can truly get the underworld's job done. You understand? The pirate nods. Are you gonna kill me? Luneth scoffs. No. Actually, I have a better idea. You see, there's still all this talk about Lillian, but really, she's nothing to remember. She's nothing to care about. She's nothing to worry about. So I'm gonna give you a job. I want you to run along to your little pirate lords and let them know there's a new wielder of the green flames, the witch's fire. And I want you to let them know that if they dare get involved with any of my business, I'll slaughter every last one of them. You can do that for me, can't you, little mortal? The pirate nods, and Luneth says, "Off with you. Go on." The pirate gets up and begins to scamper down the alleyway, as Luneth sheaths her blade, extinguishing the green flames. Luneth stares out at the dark pier for a second and takes a deep breath before something begins to rise behind her. Luneth turns around surprised to see that a gate of purgatory has appeared behind her, and one of the doors begins to open. Luneth mutters to herself, "I guess I'm being summoned." Luneth clears her throat and walks through as the gate of purgatory begins to close. Luneth walks back into the underworld, into the middle of the black ocean, where countless skeletons are seen underneath the black waters. She walks up to the 4 thrones of the demon lords, as she can see Onyx standing with his back turned to her, facing the smaller iron throne in between the 4 larger ones. Luneth immediately kneels to the ground in an honorary position and says, "You summoned me, Master?" "Yes, Luneth. I have new information to share with you," Onyx says as he turns around, revealing his long, snake-like neck at the end with his flaming skull head. Onyx's face kind of elongates and comes closer to Luneth, and Luneth looks down. "How is the mission going, Luneth?" "The mission is going fine, sir. I believe I have located where Alisman is, and I will be bringing him to you as soon as possible." Onyx stands up straight, and his neck retracts all the way back into his hood, and all you can see now is just his burning green eyes from inside his hood. "Good. But a lot of things have changed, Luneth. Your colleagues and scouts have reported to me a very interesting amount of information, and I believe that your mission has expanded." Luneth looks up. "What are these changes, sir?" "Well, I think that we don't have to be as aggressive when claiming Alisman. You see, it has come to my attention that the Dragonfang Dusk intends to use Alisman to arrive to Arcania and attempt to open a gate of purgatory themselves. But this isn't any gate of purgatory. This is the gate of purgatory. Luneth kind of looks down and mutters, "Dusk." That's right. Now, I don't need to tell you why a mortal opening up this portal is invaluable to our efforts. So, we can kill two birds with one stone. We know that Dusk is going to take Alisman to Arcania. We know Dusk is going to attempt to open the Gate of Purgatory. Which means we can let the Valterians do our work for us. And we can take Alisman from right under their feet when they least suspect it. Besides, once Alisman's use is up, they won't need him anymore. Luneth nods. Is this everything, my lord? Not exactly. Another thing has come to my attention. Luneth, it appears that one of your colleagues, Malakarth, is a greater traitor than I believed him to be. Luneth kind of muffles to herself. Right. Malakarth has appeared to have gone rogue. He's cut himself off from the underworld as best he could. That is not all that he's done. He's apparently had a child. Now this is problematic. Only the demons that I deemed worthy to bear children are supposed to bear children. For a very specific reason. And you know what that reason is, right, Luneth? Luneth nods. The demons chosen to create tieflings have been chosen because all tieflings created are sterile and cannot bear children of their own. That is correct. All except for Malakarth. He had a child when he was not supposed to, and it appears that the magic that has been keeping tieflings sterile did not work on his offspring. For his child had two more children. Second-generation tieflings. Now, the demon blood being this diluted is not what we had in mind. Luneth nods. So, what are you asking of me? These two second-generation tieflings existing, well, it could jeopardize the entire great plan. So Luneth, you're going to find these two children, and you're going to get rid of them before they can spread the demon blood any further throughout Otax. And what about Malakarth's daughter? Unfortunately, while she has the ability to bear children, she is still a tiefling. She's still a benefit to the cause. So you're going to find her, and you're going to sterilize her, so she can never have another child again. Luneth nods. What is the name of this daughter? Onik opens his hand, and a bunch of green flames begin to sprout as the face of a tiefling forms. She has lighter gray skin, darker long hair, and insect-like horns. Her name is Shava. You will find her and sterilize her and get rid of her children. One of them is closer than we think. Dusk has one of the children, which means we can kill 3 birds with 1 stone. The portal will be opened, you can get rid of the child, and you can take Alisman. Luneth nods. Is that everything, sir? Luneth, I do not doubt your abilities, but this mission has become much bigger. And I believe that you will need some assistance in carrying out this mission. At this, 2 more gates of purgatory arrive. as two new figures begin to walk through. Luneth looks a little bit annoyed at this as she looks at Onik. Onik, I must assure you, I am completely capable of completing these tasks by myself. You have given me the witch's flame, and I am not a failure like Lillian is. I do not need assistance from other demons. At this, Onyx's face reveals itself once again, and Onyx says, "Are you challenging my word, Luneth?" And at this, Luneth's posture completely breaks as she lowers her head and says, "No, sir, not at all. I would never dream of disobeying you." Onyx's face retracts back into the hood. Good. It appears that they have arrived. The doors have fully opened as two new figures walk through. Luneth, you will be in charge of this mission, overseeing that you and your new friends get this mission done. Luneth rises. Very well, master. It will be done. Luneth turns and looks at the two figures still bathed in shadows, and she says, "Let's go." As the gate of purgatory opens and the three of them walk through, as it closes behind them and vanishes. Onik goes to sit back on his throne, and he looks over at the smaller iron throne. Soon, my god, all the pieces are in motion. Our time will come. I can assure you that, my lord. And the cutscene is going to end.
Fuck you.
What the fuck was that? Hey, August, what the fuck was that? Hey, you want to pass by me? Why you just won't leave Shava alone?
I'm gonna kindly ask you to fucking perish.
Also, you got her description wrong.
Whatever.
Yeah, she's a bull, you dumb fuck.
Yeah, her horns are more like, yuck.
I thought, whatever. Alright.
And her hair's been short.
She's the
Her hair
dog
has
with
been
Malachite,
short,
dumb
too.
dumb.
I'm dumb.
Ugh, you get it right. And also, fuck you.
No,
Fuck
because
you.
August, I need you to answer this
Going
question
after
for
my
me.
wife?
No.
Going after my kids?
I need you to answer this question for me. Why won't you let Shava just be happy for once in her goddamn life? This is the one outlet I have, and my life sucks, and now you're making my life suck in here. Why?
Well, I guess
Why?
you guys have.
So...
Well, hey guys, all you have to do
Why are
is.
you putting this on me now?
I mean,
Why are you putting this on fucking me
Shava.
now? Now the dad's gonna have to fucking save his own goddamn kids. You
And
piece
now
of
his
shit.
wife.
Why you my mental health is worse.
Well, I guess this guy's gives you reason to stop them so they don't get their mission done.
So, and this, you are just
So
giving more and
fucking
more
get
leeway. Listen, I'm on to you, August, and I don't like you for it.
Yeah, hear me out. Hear me out. You said you missed Shava. That you wanted to play Shava again so bad.
Yeah, I don't know what you're talking about, Trin. You said you missed Shava and you wanted to play Shava, so I'm just giving you the reasons to play Shava.
August, your DMing privileges have been revoked.
Alright guys, I'm
Outtrax is over.
Alright guys, I'm canceling OTAX, I'm getting rid of everything, we're scrapping it all. It's over. Alright.
Pirates
Fuck
Shava
you.
and Nim live happily ever after in my mind.
Look guys, I'll say what I said for Zotar and Mallory for what I'll say for Luneth and Onik. They are not good people, and that's why you gotta beat them. I'm making them the most despicable
Okay, but,
motherfuckers.
Like, listen, why do you feel the need to just constantly put a target on Shava's back? Like, you came up with Lillian, I
Bro,
was targeted
go
the
fuck over
entire
Howard.
time. I was targeted the entire time playing Shava during Pirate Campaign, and now in a campaign I'm not even supposed to be in, but now might be in, because August is dragging my happy ass back into it whether I want to or not, and I'm being tracked again!
That's my wife.
Hey
That's
man,
my wife.
hey man.
My husband, bro.
You know, Shava just has it rough. But hey, she's a strong woman.
That's rough.
She has it rough, man.
Strong
You
woman.
suck.
You're gonna put her through so much shit. She's just gonna be like, I'm just gonna give up.
You know, the moment August said, Malakoth, and I'm like,
I know, I heard Malakarth and I was like, oh, Dad!
Daddy?
Stop. 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 Stop.
Oh
Leave
man,
him alone.
I love being
Leave
a
him
dungeon
alone.
master. This is
You
great.
guys realize he looks like a bull, right? Like he has a bull face.
Yeah. Okay. Well.
He looks more like a minotaur than anything.
Lee texted me the changes, and I forgot about the changes
yeah.
because I was looking at the old art of her. So whatever.
No, yeah. So wait, did you just send the? Did you send the one that I did with you?
What?
Feel like
No, not yet. But also, I have a question. Can I give Shava hooves?
Yeah. Yeah, that'd be cool.
Well, I'm asking Trin.
I don't.
Duh.
Well, also this is my world, and I get to decide what the demons will look like. Motherfuckers. You're forgetting who's the creator of Otax. But yes,
Anyway.
Trin can
Come
decide.
up,
I love
come up
Otax
with a
Force.
design and show it to me, because I want to see what you're thinking, and then I'll see.
Yeah, I am working on it.
Okay.
All right.
August.
I love Otax
August.
discourse. It's my favorite.
I know. August. I'll send you the most recent picture I made of her.
Okay, cool. Perfect.
That way you don't keep getting her
I love you,
appearance
August.
wrong.
Sorry for 3 minutes.
Oh no, literally.
I hate you, August.
Literally, after that cutscene, I was like, "Oh, here we go. They're gonna start yelling at me. I can't wait." It's just funny to me.
Bro, it's my fucking kids and my wife.
You know, I will say,
Leave me and my husband alone.
Shava isn't the only character from Pirates that is getting fucked over. So, you know,
Well, I mean, I know Arya's
Oh,
getting put
wonderful.
through the ringer right now.
yeah.
Quite
so,
literally.
So it's you know,
But honestly, Arya.
yeah.
I mean.
Oh,
I
she's
think you're just saying that because Shava's your wife, though.
yeah.
But also, Shava is just the best character. Duh.
Stop. Stop.
Okay. All right. So we're actually gonna open. So this is taking place now. Now we're in present time. We're actually gonna open with Beck.
Oh, that's wonderful. Thank you so much.
Yeah, we're starting off with you. Beck, you are feeling very drowsy as you're kind of prodded awake by someone nudging your side. And Beck, you begin to hear the familiar voice of your sibling Asmi. Or Osmi? Osmi or Asmi?
Awesome.
Osmi.
Whatever, I don't care.
Osmi, we'll call them Osmi. Osmi is
Osmi.
like kind of like trying to like use their elbow to like prod you back awake, and you are bound. You are completely tied up with these dark thorns that have completely twisted around your body. And as you wake up, Beck, you can see to your left is Osmi, and to your right is your father. And you can see that they're both awake, and Osmi is just like, Beck, hey, wake up.
Are you, Osmi? Are you okay?
I'm fine. What the
what's
fuck are
going
you
on?
doing here?
Yeah.
It's a bit blurry. I was here to save y'all.
You were here to... What? Okay. Look, I don't know. And at this, your father says, both of you quiet. She's back. All three of you look up, as you can see, coming out of the darkness with her bright yellow burning eyes, is Luneth. As she walks up and she says, oh, good. The three of you are all awake. Wonderful, she says. She walks over to you, Beck. She kind of kneels down to your level and she says, how are you feeling, Beck? I hope I didn't hurt you too badly back there.
I spit in her face.
Luneth, like, wipes it away and she says, I wouldn't do that, Beck. I'm on a very short temper. And there are 3 people in front of me that are completely bound. So I'd watch whatever the fuck you do next. Unless you want to really, really fucking regret it. Luneth says as she stands up. Now then, as I was saying, before I was so rudely interrupted, Beck, why didn't you give me Alisman?
Because my loyalty is with Valteria.
So your loyalty is with Valteria, not with your family. Isn't that rich? She says, and she looks over to your dad and Osmi, as they both kind of look down.
Don't twist my words. I did not abandon them, but I was not going to give you Alisman.
Ah, I see. Trying to play the hero like so many before you. You know, I've met a lot of people like you, Beck. Strong and silent, filled with a sense of righteous fury and honor, trying to save the day and protect everyone they love. And I've killed every single one of those people that I've met. So I guess you're just next on the chopping block. But, you see, after many years in the underworld, I guess I've kind of softened up a little bit to mortals. So, I'm gonna offer you another choice. Even though I should just kill you and your entire family right here and, well, go kill the others and just take Alisman and be rid of this whole situation, I'm gonna give you a choice. One more choice. Beck, you are obviously higher up in the Valterian military. You can just bring me Alisman. And I know you don't want to bring me Alisman. I know it goes against your whole morals and all of your ideals, but really you're at the end of your rope here. You can either give me Alisman, or I can kill all three of you. And so really the choice is yours.
Do you see Alisman anywhere near me?
No, but I could simply just release you, and then you'd go back to them, and you could figure something out to get him over to me. I see that you're thinking about it. Let me ask you another question while you ponder this whole Alisman situation. I have another question for you, Beck, and I please ask that you be honest, because again, very short temper, and she pats the pommel of her long sword. I have reason to believe that you kidnapped a child, a baby infant, back in the city of Cyclone Retreat. Am I right?
That was what my mission had me do.
Ah. A baby child that Dusk took. And if I'm clear to believe, this baby had horns, did it not?
Why should I tell you?
Because, again, I'm on a short temper, so answer the question. Did the baby have horns?
Clearly, you know.
Are you back-talking me?
Am I?
Luneth gets up, and she kicks you back, full in the face with her iron boot as hard as she possibly can. Beck, you're gonna take 6 points of bludgeoning damage as her boot, like, scrapes off part of your cheek, and you start to bleed, as Osmi just goes, "Oh, fuck, Beck." Luneth continues to look at you. I'm not gonna ask again. Did the baby have fucking horns?
I think you know the answer.
Fine, then I have reason to believe that it's a yes. And my next question is the baby being kept in the anvil with Dusk? Watch your next words carefully.
That's the last I knew where it was.
Ah. See how easy that is, Beck? At this, you hear another voice back from the corner of the room. A very elegant, proper voice speak out to Luneth. My, Luneth, you are quite the brutal interrogator, aren't you? At this, Beck, you hear squeaking near your foot, and as you look down, you see a little shadowy rat with bright blue eyes. The rat appears to be made completely out of shadows as it looks up at you, squeaking, before turning around and running back into the shadows. Emerging from said shadows is a new figure. Let me give you a description. She wears a incredibly beautiful, proper suit. It is a 3-piece suit with a tie, and you can see that her entire suit is black and white with little bits of silver here or there, and it is pristine. The black and the white shine beautifully in what seems to be every piece of lighting. She is wearing a top hat in the same black and white style as the rest of her clothing, and as for her face, she is wearing a mask. The lower part looks like a samurai oni mask with the large kind of teeth and design, and this mask is completely white. And around where her eyes are, you can see there is what appears to be very thinly stretched cloth, thick cloth, kind of completely covering her face. All you can see are 2 bright, shining, icy blue eyes from underneath all of this coverage. This demon walks out and looks at the 3 of you, and she says, My, that's quite a hideous scar that you've given him, Luneth. That was quite rude, if you ask me. Oh, sorry, 3 of you. Where are my manners? And she takes off her top hat and bows to you all, and you can see that her face and her head is completely covered by this cloth that is keeping her face hidden. Sabrina, at your service. It's a pleasure to meet all of you, she says as she puts her top hat back on. And you can see more of those shadowy rats kind of scampering around her. And one of them kind of like slips underneath her pant leg and kind of scuttles back into her body. Luneth shoots Sabrina a look and says, I didn't ask you to make yourself revealed, Sabrina. And Sabrina just shrugs. Annika's asked the 3 of us to work together, so I say that the 3 of us be the best of chums. At least until our mission together is over. Sabrina comes over to you, Beck, and she kneels down. Her eyes are like a burning bright blue. Like, it's kind of hard to look at. It's almost a little blinding how bright they are. And Sabrina just goes, this one is quite handsome, Luneth. He's got good, strong features, and his hair's a little ratty, but I'm sure if it was done up right, he would look like quite the proper man, don't you think? Luneth sighs to herself. I don't care about your little games, Sabrina. We're supposed to be getting information out of him, not playing dress-up. My apologies, Sabrina says, and she kind of backs away. Continue your thing, Luneth, if you may. And Sabrina kind of leans up by the side of the caverns, and you see she pulls out a pocket watch, pristine silver pocket watch, and she kind of opens it to look at the time. Luneth shakes her head and looks back at you, Beck. Right. Sorry for the interruption. Let's get back on the topic of Alisman. Have you made your decision?
I don't see Alisman anywhere here, do I?
That's not the point I'm getting at, Beck. Obviously, Alisman isn't here, but you know where he will be. You're friends with him, and you have the power to bring him to me or put him in a situation that allows me to take him. So, do you think you can do that for me, little mortal? And I'll let you and your family go home, and you can live out the rest of your short little mortal lives doing whatever the fuck you mortals do.
And what makes you think I know where he is?
You see that Luneth starts to unsheath her sword, and Sabrina says, "Uh-oh, Luneth. Master said to keep a cool temper during these situations. Don't want to be dropping the ball too soon." Luneth shoots Sabrina another look and says, "All right." And she puts the sword back in its sheath. "All right, Beck. I'm going to let you and your family go. You have helped me in some way in confirming that the baby is in the anvil, and so for that, I guess I can thank you. That being said, if you were to put Alisman in a situation, if you just happen to stumble upon him again, it would help me push along the mindset of not hurting you or your family ever again. Just gonna put that out there.
Whatever.
Luneth is pissed. She wants to kill someone, but Sabrina's here right now.
Man, she doesn't want to kill her pawns, does she?
Luneth takes a step back and says, "You know what? I think I actually deserve a little bit of an explanation for you all. Don't you think, Sabrina?" Sabrina nods and says, "Yes, I think you should be a woman to your word, Luneth." Luneth looks back. "I do happen to know the thing that attacked you that night, Beck. And I do know the thing that took your limbs. Would you like to meet him?"
I would never take anything from you.
Oh,
Not even information.
so you don't want an explanation. Well, that's unfortunate, Beck, because he really, really wants to see you again. And so I think that we should let you and him have a little reunion. Luneth takes a step back as you all watch as this absolutely disturbing figure crawls from the roof of the cavern down the wall. It is completely shrouded in a black cloak, and you can see way too many arms and legs protruding from underneath the cloak as it kind of walks down the wall like a centipede. It is long, very long. You guessed it's maybe about 9 feet if he was standing up straight. As this figure closes in closer to you, Beck, you feel this sense of dread just washing over you in these immense waves that don't even feel like they're naturally yours. As the figure stops right in front of you, Beck, you can hear this low breathing.
Beck's just frozen in fear.
The figure looks up at Beck and his 2 family members, and revealed are dozens and dozens of little orange eyes.
Ew.
As this figure speaks. "Hello, Beck. It's been a long time, hasn't it? Although you probably don't remember me." You see as the figure kind of begins to stand up a little straight, and it kind of like the front part of it kind of stands up a little more straight, and kind of like this like creepy proud standing figure. You can see all of its arms kind of like creepily moving like insect arms and legs as the figure continues to look at you. Luneth and Sabrina take a step back and they say, "He's all yours, Dianar. Have your fun."
Yo!
Dianar looks over at the other 2 and nods. "You know, it's been quite a while since that night, Beck. I want you to know that your arms and legs have been aiding me most wonderfully." And you watch as 2 arms and 2 legs on Dianor's body twitch a little bit more spastically than the others. "I hope that you are happy with their new use." Dianor's eyes are all blinking at like different intervals. And you notice that some eyes are different than others. Some seem more cat-like, others more serpent-like, some fish-like or rodent-like, and some human-like. As Dianor just kind of gets in a little closer, and even though he's incredibly close to you, Beck, you can't actually see his face. It's like there's like some like magical darkness that's keeping his entire body shrouded except for his cloak and his arms. Luneth speaks up. Beck, it's very clear that you can be of use to us, even if you don't want to be of use to us. And it also appears, or at least from what I remember from my encounter with you, that two of the people you ran with are very close to these two individuals here. Luneth gestures over to Sabrina and gestures over to Dianar. A tangled web this is, Luneth says. So, it appears that fate has a strange way of... What? You can't get back? What's happening? Stop the presses! Something's wrong with Beck. He can't... So can you hear us? But can you just not talk? Wait, can you hear, but not speak?
It would not be an Otax campaign
Oh
if we
god,
didn't have one
we were just getting to the good part. Why does this have to happen? I'm not even on dis. What?
What is that even?
But how
Huh?
are you typing to me?
Trin,
What?
Kaylin.
Then just suck it the fuck up. I don't want to hear it with all the shit that I've got going on in my life right now in this fucking campaign. You guys got it fucking easy in comparison. I don't want to hear it.
Oh, for now. For now they have it easy.
Yeah, until I'm proven otherwise, my statement stands. I'll take it back when I need to, but until then, I don't want to fucking hear it.
You think the pirate party was gonna be the only party I traumatized? Oh no. There's gonna be much,
Good,
much more
good.
trauma.
Please traumatize them. I don't want to be the only one being traumatized right now.
Fuck you, Trin.
No, you deserve it.
What did I do?
You stole my fucking baby. What do you mean? What did you do?
Stole the baby.
You are a part of the party that stole my baby, so I don't want to fucking hear it.
Nah, your baby daddy stole your baby. That's what happened.
What do you mean? How would my baby daddy? What do you mean?
Listen, Lee stole the baby. That's all I'm gonna say. Beck stole the baby. That's all I'm saying.
Listen, because it's in character for Beck at the time to take the baby. However,
It's not my fault. I didn't know.
it's really kind of funny and interesting that you guys stole my child and somehow just like are okay with it and are letting it happen.
See how Elwyn argued with it the whole time as soon as he found out.
And then immediately did nothing about it after. Haha.
You don't
Funny.
know. You don't know. You don't know what I'm doing. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it, sweetheart.
Listen, I'm just saying, if his mom yells at him, then he'd do it.
Yeah.
Exactly. His mom.
If his mom is like, "There, you stole a child. You gotta go get that fucking kid. Bring it back to his mama right now."
He's gonna grab him by the ear and be like, "I don't care how tall you are. You gonna go get
You
that
go.
baby.
You go get that baby.
Go get that baby.
You take that baby home right now."
I love how Meeting of Worlds has just gone from bad to worse.
Oh my god, no. Yeah, I'm literally like, I was like, oh, fun, a new campaign. Oh god.
Maybe I mean like you don't have to tune in, Trin. You can just live in like blissful not knowing.
No, because you are including my husband, my children, and me in it, so I kind of gotta be here for it.
Also, check Snapchat real quick.
Why do I need to be checking Snapchat right now? What did you...
I sent you.
Oh, that's really funny. That's really funny. That's really gonna suck for you later when that gets revealed. Good luck with that.
Sent you pain, bestie.
Good luck with that, my guy.
Pain, bestie.
Listen, I'm not gonna help you with this. And I guarantee you, Shava won't either. You stole her fucking baby.
Stole her fucking baby.
Bold of you to assume you would have the pirates on your side right now.
Bullshit. I hate it here.
which is really funny because you can either A, become fugitives, B, stay with Voltaria, or C, gain some kind of ally. Those are your best options right now.
Bestie, you don't think I'm trying to think about those right now?
Listen, I'm not saying what you guys should pick.
Oh man.
Put the baby back.
It just depends on what side of the war you want to be on, the right one or the wrong one.
It's like I'm creating interesting conflict and dynamics here, where if you want to stay loyal to Valteria or
I
not,
hate it.
and if the position that you're in is the one you want to stay in by the end of phase 1.
I feel like it would be really interesting if, like, a conversation from one of, again, I'm not going to spoil anything, but, like, from one of the...
God.
He's back. He's
I am going to fucking kill myself.
Oh,
What the fuck?
Bestie, it's okay.
It's okay, you're back. You're back.
No, it's not okay.
It's fine. Trin was just ranting about how they hate me for 5 minutes, so it's okay. I was getting my ear full.
Oh yeah, the usual.
Yeah, okay, back.
Well, I mean, I feel like
Okay,
he
the
deserves
last
it
thing I
after that
heard-
stupid bullshit.
Alright, what was the last thing you heard,
So
Lee?
the last. Okay, so Dionar's like up in my grill. He's like twitching my legs and shit, which
Yep.
is like, and yeah, that's pretty much
Okay,
where
alright,
he's just kind of sizing me up.
okay. At this, Luneth takes a step back and says, "You know, Beck, I have reason to believe from my past encounters with you that you are very close with people associated with my 2 new colleagues here." Luneth gestures over to Sabrina and gestures over to Dionar. It's interesting how the web of fate gets spun closer and closer together. And it appears that these 2 new colleagues of mine were picked for a very specific reason for my master. Dionor now speaks. "Yes, I have reason to believe that you have encountered one of my children, one of my sons." And Sabrina also speaks. I also have reason to believe that you've encountered one of my sons as well."
Beck can't speak. He's fucking frozen.
Luneth continues to talk. "Now, Beck, we intend to use you to the fullest of your abilities. Of course, since you are a Valterian soldier, you know all about being a good little pawn and listening to orders. And so, as a prisoner of war, and us being your higher-ups, you don't have to believe that you're going to help us. You can stay in denial all you want, and you can go on your merry way thinking you're a hero, but I'm going to get what I want sooner or later. And not only that, but we're going to ensure we get what we want sooner or later. Dionar, do your thing." Dionar looks at you, Beck, and he says, "Oh, I haven't been able to inject a new one in so long." You watch as from
Excuse me, what?
the middle of Dionar's chest, like, lurches out this long, kind of tendril-like intestine. And at the end of it, you can see there's this long, pointy spike at the end of it with an injecting goad at the end that's leaking some kind of purple goo. Dionar raises this intestine-like thing and begins to, like, wrap it around you, Beck, as he says, "You know, Beck, out of all of my victims, you were one of my favorites. It's so sad that I haven't been able to see you in so long, but now I can finally give you what I've given so many others before you. Not even my own children get this kind of treatment." And you watch as Dionar slowly injects the needle into your neck, Beck, and pumps a giant dollop of that blue viscous into you. and it is removed. Beck, you immediately start to feel immense pain throughout your body. It is unbearable. Beck begins to scream at the top of his lungs. He is completely out of control with his body. Osmi looks up and says, "What the fuck did you do to him?" And Dianar retracts the long tendril and says, "I gave him a gift. A wonderful gift that will both aid him and us," Dianar says, as he turns around. At this, a few rats run back into the lighting of the cave and into Sabrina's body once more. And Sabrina says, "Oh, it appears that we have to leave. My scouts are telling me that Beck's friends will be on their way back soon. So, I think it is best if the three of us leave and continue on our mission." Luneth nods. Luneth goes ahead and sits next to Beck for a second, and Beck, in this horrible pain, you look into her bright yellow eyes as Luneth speaks. "You know, Beck, I really do love people like you. Strong, courageous people with a good heart. Because it makes it all the sweeter when I defeat you. I'm not just going to kill you, Beck. You've sparked my interest. No. I'm going to break you. I'm going to break you down to your last emotion. I'm going to turn you into a snoveling weakling by the end of it. And when you're on the ground, crying and begging for mercy, with all of your friends dead around you, I'm gonna revel in every single moment of it. We'll just call this payback for you spitting in my face. Like I said, your actions have consequences." And Luneth turns around and signals Dianar and Sabrina to follow her, as the thorns are slowly unwrapped around you, Beck, and your family members. But Beck, you fall to the ground and continue to scream from the pain as your father and Osmi try to help you in whatever way they can. And that's going to end it for Beck for now.
Wait. Out of character? Mommy? Sorry.
Not Luneth!
Mommy?
What?
No, for
How?
real. No, because
what?
No, because she's kind of. Why is she kind of fine though?
Oh my god.
Listen, listen. I just want a woman to talk down to me like that.
Incredible.
That was
Good
so
job,
hot.
storytelling.
I love it. I love it. I love it when I have like the evil as fucking monstrous, horrible women villains. You guys are like, "Mommy? Sorry, mommy." But whenever it's the male villains, you guys are like, "Ew. Ew."
No, yeah. We don't let it slide with the men. Like, men don't deserve that, right?
But the women. The
Absolutely.
women.
Like, listen.
Luneth is
like,
really a
think-
precious gem.
Like, listen, think of all of, like, the women villains. There are some hot women villains out there. Like Mother Gothel.
That's true.
I
Yeah,
like that.
Gothel is a MILF. She's a MILF.
See what I'm saying?
Okay.
There's some logic behind this.
All right, guys. We're gonna switch over
Good
from.
job storytelling.
Yeah,
Bravo.
that was great. Also, what do you guys think of the voice I gave Dianar? I fucking love it.
Oh my god, it was so creepy.
Okay.
So
Oh my
creepy.
God.
I quite literally was just sitting there saying, "Ew, what the fuck?" the entire time.
Augie, fuck you.
All right. Now we're gonna go to the rest of the party. So, Elwyn, Ekrai, Alisman. You guys are. You guys are currently running back to the town. This is a little bit before what is happening with what just happened with Beck. This is maybe like a couple hours before. So, you guys are running back to the town with Oz. And as you guys arrive back at the town, you can see that there are two Valterian soldiers looking at you guys. One of them goes, "Is everything all right, you four?" As he looks at you three and Oz.
Somebody get dusk. There's a demon in the woods.
Sorry, can you run by that me again?
They
There's
stole
demon,
back.
an evil being wanting this little shit. Somebody go get it.
Oz walks up to you. Elwyn is like, I think calling Alisman a little shit is kind of insensitive. And Oz pats Alisman's head. The Valterian soldier looks at you guys and says, right, well, I can't really send a message to Dusk, but if you guys want to go try and find them in Darvox, we can get you a carriage. May take about a day for you guys. What was that? Sorry, you cut out.
It took a lieutenant. This is an emergency.
Oh, right. We can give you the fastest horses we have in the town. Come with me. And the Valterian soldier leads you over to the stables as a very exquisite cart with two very burly horses are given to you all. And you can see there's a carriage driver on it. The Valterian soldier says, we'll go ahead and keep a lookout for any demonic entities in the area as you all go and report to the Dragon Fang. Best of luck. Right. The Valterian...
I'm just gonna give a look of shut the fuck up.
The Valterian soldier turns around and walks away as the rest of you get into the carriage. And you are immediately starting to be driven off towards Darvox. Is there anything the four of you want to talk about before you guys get to Darvox?
Elwyn's gonna turn to Ekra and say, what the fuck are we gonna do?
Figure it out when you get there, I guess.
We were out. I thought that after this we would be done. But what the fuck are we supposed to do against that fucking thing?
Pray to the gods that we find Dusk.
I guess.
Oz speaks up and says, well, it can't possibly get any worse, right, guys? And he shrugs. All right.
Is there anything small on the carriage? Is there like a little rock or an acorn?
I mean, you're carrying coins on you.
He's just gonna take the cheapest coin he has and thunk it at the head.
Oz, there's a loud tink as it kind of falls off Oz's head, and it takes him a second, and then he just goes, "Ow."
Can I take the coin?
Yeah. Alisman swipes the coin. All right.
A little shit.
As you all are being raced off to the city of Darvox, the sun begins to rise as you have all been out all night. And as the sun begins to creep over the horizon, you all arrive back in the city of Darvox. As you all reach the plateau that the anvil is sitting on and get out, you can see there are two Valterian elites guarding the front gates. And as you guys walk up, the Valterian elites go ahead and they go ahead and cross their great axes so you guys can't enter.
Tweedledee and Tweedledum. And the lieutenant has been taken by a demon. We need to speak with Dusk immediately.
The Valterian elites don't respond to you,
Hey,
given...
my sibling is trying to fix their computer right now. They cut out.
Oh, no worries. Alright.
Just letting them know.
Okay. The Valterian elites do not respond to you, Elwyn, since they are sworn to their silence. But a Valterian soldier next to you speaks up, and you can see she also has, silver lining on her armor, indicating that she's also a lieutenant. And who is this person?
Beck.
The woman, looks a little puzzled for a second. She's like, Beck. I don't know a Beck.
He was just promoted for his bravery, and he was taken by a demon in the woods.
Right. How long ago did this happen?
Not too long ago. We got here as quick as we can. We need to speak to Dusk immediately to get him back.
The lieutenant is kind of just looking at her papers. Well, even if you wanted to talk to Dusk, unfortunately, they're not here.
Bullshit, we were just here.
Unfortunately, they left last night. Said that they had some important business to discuss with the other Dragon Fangs. So, unfortunately, they are not around. But if you want, you could go to the local search and ask for a search to happen to try and find this Beck. What was the last name?
Hella fine.
Olsen. Right. The Valterian lieutenant looks through her notes a little more, and you see that she stops, and her eyes go a little wide, and she goes, "Oh, he's a Valterian elite, correct?"
Yes, and he just got promoted.
Oh, well, and you see that the attitude of this woman has completely changed. Unfortunately, I was not lying. Dusk is not here right now. They left just a few hours ago, and they said they won't be coming back for a while. But we can try and give you guys some soldiers to go and track him down. Yeah, that's the best that we can do right now, unfortunately.
Elwin's just gonna back away to try to calm down. Especially after the fight.
Alright. Ekrai?
Rifles aren't gonna be enough. We're gonna need something bigger.
Right. Well, unfortunately, the majority of the soldiers were just shipped out the other week to go reinforce the cities in Edia, so we're working with kind of a skeleton crew right now, but the most I can offer you is 8 soldiers and 2 elites.
If that's all that you've got, I guess we'll take them.
Right. At this, the lieutenant turns around, and she kind of snaps her fingers, and off to the side you can see there the gates open up, and a group of Valterian soldiers walk out. 8 soldiers, regular soldiers, and 2 elites walk up to you all, and she turns around and says, "Right, I suggest that you bring Beck Olsen back here as soon as possible so we can get a debriefing on him about the situation that is currently unfolding." Yeah. Elwin, if you're talking, I can't hear you.
No, I'm just trying
Oh,
to
okay.
plan this.
Yeah. Sorry, your little icon was going green, so I didn't know if you were talking or not. All right. So, do you all want to head back and try and find where the fuck Beck is?
Yeah, but yeah.
All right. You all turn around and begin to load back into your carriage as some newer carriages have been revealed, and the other soldiers begin to pile on. Elwin, Ekrai, Alisman, as you guys are about to get onto your carriage, it's kind of a little bit of ways from the anvil, and as you do so, you hear a slightly familiar voice call out to you four, as you hear, "Hey, Elwin, Ekrai, Alisman, Oz?"
Elwin's gonna look over to see who it is.
You see 2 cloaked figures walking towards you guys, and you watch as they both drop their hoods, and you can see that it is 2 nymphs, a younger nymph and an older nymph that is Lena and Moon. You can see that Lena has a super fucking gnarly scar across her face now. And you can see that it looks like a piece of her ear was like ripped off somehow. So she has like half the ear remaining. But she's alive. Lena and Moon walk up to you two, and Lena says, "It's good to see you four. How are things?"
You're alive.
Yeah, I'm alive, Lena says as she kind of like looks at her body. Still in one piece for the most part. Wasn't pretty. I'll say that.
I knew you were a badass. Okay, so listen. You remember that kind of Beck, the kind of, asshole that we had with him? with us. We kind of need your help getting him back.
Beck. Oh, he was the Valterian elite, right?
Yeah.
Actually, Elwyn, Ekrai, Alisman, can you all roll me perception checks?
That would be
14.
a 21.
Okay. Alisman?
Sorry, I'm
Oh, no, you're good.
checking to see if I can add anything to it.
Oh, you're all
so
good.
That would be a what modifier?
For perception, it would be your wisdom.
I got it too.
Ekrai and Alisman, you don't notice it, but Elwyn, you notice as you're all talking about Beck, Moon blushes a little bit and she looks down.
I get it. He's hot. Anyways.
You all, Lena and Moon, walk a little closer to you guys and say, look, it's actually kind of imperative that we talk. Who was Beck? What's wrong with Beck? Where is he?
That demon you faced took him.
Yeah, that's kind of the whole reason we're here, Lena says. Kind of the whole reason why we're not currently in Fenril, which is not something that we Guardians usually do. But
Yeah.
you see, unfortunately, Lorelei set us out because Luneth may be a much bigger problem than we thought she would be.
Oh, great. What you do now?
Ekra, you don't remember these people? This is the nymph lady that led you through the forest.
No, I said what did she do now?
Oh, sorry.
I don't think Ekrai was there.
Wait, no?
No, I think he was. I think.
Oh
It was the
shit! That
session
was.
that didn't get
Oh,
recorded.
that was the one session Ekrai wasn't there. Okay, so Ekrai, to give you a little context, back in Fenril, that big forest you guys went to, when you guys were looking for the amber fruit, Lena was the nymph that led the party to go find it. I think that was like the one session you were gone.
Beck took his shirt off and
Yeah. So
Pretty
just to catch you up. And the reason why she's so fucked up and scarred is because she distracted Luneth to get you all away. Also, no, I could have sworn he was totally there for the for like you guys going into the dungeon bit, or I may just be
it was the
misremembering.
beginning.
Oh, I
but
see.
Not that
Okay.
part of it.
Okay.
It was a different section.
All right. Anyways, Lena speaks and she says, "Well, we have reason to believe that Luneth was, well, she was perhaps once a guardian of the forest. Lorelei filled us in, said that her control over beasts and her general look, it may be a much worse situation than we think it is, which is why she sent us to help you all find her." Yes, Ekrai, yes, you are correct. That is her. Lena is that person, yes. Yeah.
A lot of information. Okay.
Yeah, a lot of information. Again, this is just a theory, but Lorelei seemed to send us off in kind of a hurry. Said that the sooner we find Luneth, the better.
You're alive.
I am?
Like, first off, badass. Second off, how much of an issue is she going to be?
Well, I don't know too much about it. But look, I'm sure that there's someone else that can help us explain what's going on. All that me and Moon were sent to do was to find Luneth and bring her in.
Uh-huh. Well, we're about to go on a caravan of trying to get Beck back, so you're more than welcome to join us.
Is that what all these Valterian soldiers are for?
Yeah, he's kind of a higher up type thing, so they're worried about one of their fearless leaders, I guess.
I love it when Elwyn calls him fearless leader. Lena just says, "Right, I guess we will come along with you all. Are you still Valterians?"
No, technically my job is done. I'm just doing this out of the kindness of my heart.
Right.
To an extent.
Kindness of your hearts. Well, I guess let's get going before something bad happens to Beck. You all load into the caravan, and you're off back to the city of Lumen, with the Valtarian soldiers following behind you guys. Is there anything you guys want to talk about before we skip forward to you guys actually getting there?
So, Elwin's gonna ask her, how exactly did you live? Like, what? How?
Well, to be completely honest with you, I don't really remember much, Lena says. I fought her for what felt like ages. We went all around the deep woods. I was dodging her attacks and trying to ward her off with my magic, but she's powerful. Demons are a different breed of dangerous. And she got me more times than I care to count. Lena, lifts up her shirt, and she shows, her stomach area, and you can see that there's, another massive, gnarly scar on her stomach. She lowers it. I thought I was dead, and I blacked out, and I thought that was it. Last thing I heard was her laughter. But I woke up, and I was back at the temple, and Moon was tending to me. Moon smiles at this. She kind of lowers her head. Oh yeah, did I ever tell you guys an official description of Moon? I know I did one for Lena.
I don't know.
So Moon is also a nymph, so green skin. And you see that her tattoo, so Lena's tattoo is on her arm, the tattoo that allows her to summon the bear. Moon's appears to be on her neck, because it kind of creeps up her neck onto her face, and there's more underneath her clothing. You assume it probably goes down her arm a little bit too. She is a bit younger than Lena. Lena is about 25, 24, so Moon's probably about 20, 19, 21. And she has softer features. She has very big blue eyes. They're kind of like bug eyes in a sense. And she has shorter, kind of scruffy looking blue hair. And she also has freckles.
Oh, cute.
Yes. But she seems a little quiet as she kind of just nods at you all and smiles. And then she looks back down. Lena looks over at the rest of you. So, what else do you guys know about this situation? Did Lunette say anything? Did she do anything?
She tried to take Alsman. She tried, and then she stole Beck's family, I guess. He kind of went into a blind rage and tried to attack her himself. And obviously he did not win.
I see.
So she's holding him kind of as a ransom. She said we have 24 hours, but they gave us extra elites. So here's hoping we can get him back.
I'm
24
hoping
hours to pick between Alisman and Beck.
I hope so too. That's actually another thing that we were sent here for. Lena and Moon look over at Alisman. We're also told by Lorelei that Alisman is not to fall into Luneth's hands. So, Alisman, until Luneth is vanquished, we are sworn to make sure you are safe.
Elwin's gonna lean over and be like, hey, just so you know, he's not a kid.
I don't think I ever said he was a kid.
Yeah, obviously everyone knows he's not a kid. I'm just pointing it
Yeah,
out.
just for future
kid.
reference, so he doesn't get mad at you, this kid is old as shit.
Okay, here's the thing, right? Just because someone's short doesn't mean that they're, a baby, alright?
No, but when you take a job and then call people...
Oh no, Alisman! No, come back! We're talking about you! Please, the memes! The memes!
What a great time to leave.
Right.
The memes.
It's because I call them old as shit, isn't it?
I'm old as shit. I'm 84 years old. Computer hates me again. Okay, I actually need to go get some more water. I will actually be right back because my voice is starting to go starchy. So give me like 2 minutes. I'll be right back while Aliceman gets back in here.
I'll be back in like 5 then, because I can't think of anything except toast right now.
Okay, just take a quick break while Aliceman gets his computer back up.
Okay.
Bro.
Bro. This is gonna be
Can we
fun.
just talk about what the fuck just happened?
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Hee hee. Hee hee ha ha.
Like, dude, the whole. Oh my god, August needs to stop describing things.
Yeah. Well, Okra, you know, it's gonna be great. Great.
Mm.
Again.
Oh my god, you're bad.
Again, before they go on their ragtag team, Elwin's gonna nope out, and then his mom's gonna beat his ass and make him go anyway. So.
But mom, I don't wanna.
Also, are we doing the thing where Elwin knows the family? Because I think that'd be kind of funny. If he's like, oh,
Yes.
you were. Yes. Can you message Augie on like Snapchat? 'Cause I don't have his
Yeah.
Shadow Sworn.
just to let him know. His
Okay.
homies with Breck's brother doesn't know it's Breck.
Hey, August, answer my text.
Okay, I will in a second.
It's funny, hee hee ha ha.
Yeah, and also it's kind of serious, hee hee ha ha.
Yeah.
Hold on, I'm texting my friend.
It's lore.
Okay. Oh my god, is that a lore question? I just tongued my mic, you. Why did I do that?
The lore. There's thunder. Yay.
Okay. We'll wait for Ekrai to come back. And then we'll get back rolling with it.
But
Yay.
Augie, do you like the new lore we added?
What? Oh!
Oh, he's criticizing.
Oh, I mean, like, yeah, definitely. I could see it. But, like, okay, how much older is Elwin opposed to Beck? How old is Elwin?
Elwin's like 23, between 23 and 25.
And Beck's, like...
Beck is like 19.
19.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so, like,
Yeah.
technically... You know what? I think it's cute. Yeah, we'll make it work. It may just be a...
Also, Beck family like at all.
Yeah.
Because Valteria.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
We could have also just, because I know it's kind of weird, because like at the beginning of the campaign, you guys acted like you didn't know each other, but it could just be like, whoa, Beck, you look so different now. You're all grown up.
You've got a robo arms.
Man, last I saw you,
Oh my
Beck,
God.
you had all your limbs.
Like here's something. Elwin is a bright purple tiefling with orange hair.
Yeah,
Aw.
but would Beck really be like, oh, I know him?
Or maybe Beck does know, but since he's a Valterian elite, he's like, I'm not going to say anything.
I'm not saying shit. He doesn't seem to recognize me. Great. Perfect.
Well, I think your two fates are already starting to get intertwined with what's happening, so...
Although
Yay.
I'm excited because I get to bro out with his brother, and that's gonna be fun. That's my homie.
Asumi.
Alright. Oh, is everyone back? Okay, yeah, everyone's back, because Ekrai just typed, which means that he must be back. Alright. Yeah, freaking Frex.
Okay, so it was my girlfriend that typed, but I am back.
Okay, good. I'm the oh, I put this. Oh man, I love that. I love whenever other people listen in and they're just like, dude, what the fuck is going on? Like, what the fuck is a Malakarth? All right, everyone.
He's a bull demon.
Let's continue. So, as you all race back to the city of Lumen, after discussing the situation with Beck and Luneth, you all arrive back in the town, and you can see the two Valterian soldiers that sent you guys on your way. So you guys get out with a bunch of other Valterian soldiers and two nymphs. You can see one of the Valterian soldiers walks up to you, Ekrai, and says, "We sent a couple people into the forest, and they haven't come back in a minute, so maybe they found the people we're looking for?"
I suppose we go after them then.
Right. And now with this big brigade of people, you all begin to go back to the location that you all met Luneth. As you all begin to race through the forest, do you guys want to just charge it or like scout it out?
Can I do a perception?
Yes.
Yeah, I think we want to scout.
Okay.
Yeah, perception.
All right.
That is a 16.
16.
One.
Husband just never rolls good.
5.
5. Ekrai and Alisman, you guys see absolutely nothing. Alisman, you see a really shiny thing on the ground and you think it's a coin, but it's just a really shiny beetle. And you're a little disappointed, but I guess the beetle's cool. Elwyn, as you're looking at the cave that you met Luneth at, you can see that the other Valterian soldiers are kind of creeping up next to you, and you don't see anything. It appears that all is quiet. One of the soldiers walks up and says, "So what's the plan?"
Alan's gonna put her still. Hey, bitch, we're back.
What was that? Sorry, you cut out.
Alwyn's gonna clear his throat and say, "Hey, bitch, we're back."
At this, you guys hear a bunch of little squeaking around you all.
Ew.
Like little squeaks, squeak, squeak, squeak. Do you guys want to look around?
Yeah, can we see what is making the squeaking?
As you guys look at the floor, you see hundreds and hundreds of little shadowy rats with blue eyes, like scampering in between all of you. And you see some of the Valterian soldiers kind of like freak out at this, and they kind of jump into the clearing to get away from the rats. And as this is happening, no! Alisman's computer keeps dying. Okay. No! I need water. Okay. As you guys see all these rats swarming around you all, you guys hear a voice from what seems like to be the mass of rats around you all that just says, "Infernal art, Shadow Swarm." I need you all to make me dexterity saving throws.
That would be a 19.
19.
16.
16.
6.
6. I'll roll for Oz. Oz got an 18. You all immediately begin to climb into the trees to get away from the rats that begin to swarm and bite and gnash as you watch as their forms get a little bit bigger to where they're more like disgusting like sewer rat looking creatures. And you watch as they begin to tear into the Valterian soldiers around them, and these massive swarms of rats that are just drowning the Valterian soldiers.
I'm so glad we brought them.
Elwyn, you see that Alisman begins to climb a tree, but Alisman's arms are a little too short, and he tries to reach for one of the branches, and he like whiffs it. He just whiffs it, and he whiffs trying to grab onto the branch. And Alisman is about to plummet into the pit of rats. Elwyn, I need you to make me a strength check to try and grab him.
Alright. That is a 15.
15. That'll do. Elwyn, you're able to grab onto the back of Alisman's cloak. As Alisman, you like stop mid-fall, and one of the rats like jumps up and bites and like barely gets your nose, but it just like slightly brushes it. And Elwyn begins to pull you back up into the tree to stop you from getting devoured by the rats.
How many times am I gonna pick this dude up?
You guys watch as the two Valterian elites kind of move their way into the center of the clearing. Out of all the soldiers, they're definitely doing the best keeping the rats off of them, but they're succumbing a little bit. And as they're doing this, you guys watch from the trees as a figure just like materializes behind these two Valterian elites as they're trying to keep the rats off of them. And this figure is cloaked with multiple limbs, and you watch as it just opens its limbs wide open and then just engulfs both of the Valterian elites into its form. Just like swallows them into darkness. At this, the rats disperse, and you guys can see just bones and armor from the Valterian soldiers as the rats begin to accumulate in the center of the clearing and kind of pile on top of each other before they turn back into a figure that's now standing in the middle of the clearing with this multi-armed creature. As you're all hiding in the treetops, you hear the familiar voice of Luneth as she emerges from the caves. Good, you're back, and it appears that we're on even footing again. So please, Beck's friends, you can come out of hiding.
I guess I drop out of the tree.
Ekrai, you hop out of the tree. Elwyn, Alisman.
I'm gonna stay in the tree.
Okay.
Elwyn's gonna climb down, but not fully get off. So he's gonna still be hanging off the edge, just in case.
All right. Luneth walks forward and says, "It's good that you're all back to save your friend. That shows real care for him, although there's not much to care about when it comes to him. So, tell me, have you all come to give me Alisman in exchange for Beck and his family?"
We still have a couple hours left. I just wanted to negotiate.
What's your negotiation?
What if you just gave him back to us? Like, realistically, what's the harm in just giving Beck back and letting us... I'm sure you would like a good fight, right? Look at you. You look pretty bloodthirsty. If we were to have Beck back, and I'd get him to stop being an ass, we could give you a pretty good fight.
At this, the figure next to Luneth kind of slithers around her, as the figure takes a long look at you, Elwyn, before speaking. "Oh, I thought I recognized that voice. It's so good to see you, even if you don't know who I truly am, Elwyn." Elwyn, you have never seen this thing before in your life.
Fuck you, Augie.
Elwyn, this weird creature, it has too many limbs and this dark cloak, and as it looks up at you, you're startled to see dozens and dozens of orange eyes. And you also, just for context, there are 2 new pairs of eyes added when Dianar swallowed those 2 Valterian elites. This figure approaches closer and says, "Oh, you must not know who I am. What a shame."
I'm guessing, the demon bitch's booty call, or what's going on here?
At this, Sabrina snickers. She just goes, Dianar kind of stands up a little bit more upright so you can see all of its twitching legs and limbs as it says,
Gross.
You know, when I created my children, it was out of love. And I was creating wonderful assets to the underworld. Although, it is so sad, because I cannot stay to watch them grow and mature. In fact, you, Elwyn, are one of the only offspring of me I have seen in quite some time. That's right, Elwyn. I am Dianar.
Oh, my poor mother.
Your mother didn't really have much of a choice when it came down to it. When I implanted your being into her.
Don't talk about my mom like that. You have nothing to do with me. I am my own person. And if anything, you're just a deadbeat dad that failed on us. So, as I said, if you're just her booty call, can we please move on to the topic of getting Beck back?
You see, it is quite funny that you would say that, son, because you say you are your own person, that you are in no way, shape, or form related to me. But unfortunately, that can't be farther from the truth. I am your power.
I am your father.
I am your no.
That was the only thing I could think of. I'm sorry. The impulse was there. I had to do it.
Again. Why are you here? Why are you here?
It appears that my fate has been intertwined with these two, Dianar says, looking back at the other two demons. Things are in motion. Big plans are happening for our kind. And you are all at the center of it. Tieflings, our greatest creations, Dianar says as he backs away. We are simply here for Alisman, but we have other goals in mind as well. Other things that we need to get done. And so I ask you, my child, please stay on the path. Please keep doing your thing, for it is aiding us oh so well, Dianar says.
Elwyn's gonna look away from him and go back to the demon bitch and say, so, did you have to call a couple buddies? Were you that scared of us?
Luneth's eyes brighten wide and she says, I'd watch what you say next, Elwyn. I'm sure that Dianar here would hate to lose one of his children, but I don't share that same sentiment.
Yeah, you didn't give me loving parent vibes.
No. In fact, if I could choose, these two wouldn't be here at all. But unfortunately, our master has given me supports for multiple missions have cropped up that we need to get done. So, but I actually have some good news for you all. It's clear that you all don't want to give me Alisman. And that's fair. That's fair. But, turns out, we don't need him. In fact, well, actually, we don't need him yet. So, you can all just have Beck back. In fact, I'm sure that he's itching to see you all again.
And the catch?
Oh, there's no catch. In fact, I apologize, Luneth says. Yes, we all apologize, Sabrina says as she walks forward and she bows. Sorry to interrupt. Sabrina, at your service, she says. She goes in and she stands up straight and puts her top hat back on, and she looks over. Ah, it is good to see that one of my children is still alive and well. I believe that I named you Ekrai.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You could give two shits.
Sabrina walks forward, and she takes a deep bow to you, Ekrai. It is an absolute pleasure to be reuniting with one of my children. I hope that your life has been going swimmingly, my son.
Only a pleasure to you.
Oh, that's not true. She goes ahead and she stands back up. You know, it is... Sorry, fuck. I'm skipping over my words. I'm so sorry. She stands back up and she says, it is a pleasure to meet you again, Ekrai. And in fact, I think it's a pleasure that we are both meeting each other again. For you see, last time I saw you, I was helping you out, assisting you in unlocking that beautiful, beautiful power that I have blessed upon you.
Last time I saw you, you doomed me to this fate.
I didn't doom you, Ekrai. I simply helped you along in unlocking your powers. But I'm so sad to see that you appear to have not used them yet, even though you have them. Is it some sort of grudge you have against me?
It is.
Sabrina simply sighs and she walks away. That is fine, Ekrai. I guess since your fate has been intertwined with ours, I'll be seeing you much more often now, so hopefully with time you'll understand the great gift that I've given you, and you'll also understand why I do the things I do, Sabrina says. She walks back, and you see that she takes out her stopwatch again, and she looks at it. Sorry to interrupt you two, but it appears that we are short on time and the schedule is falling behind. We must make way for the Anvil if we are to stay on course. Luneth sighs. Fine, we'll leave. Luneth looks at you all again. Like I said, we don't need Alisman now, so keep him. Keep him very, very close. And you guys can have Beck and his family back. And we are so, so sorry for interrupting whatever it is you people are doing. And then Dianar speaks. But let it be known, your fates are now intertwined with ours. The long spider web of Sidar stretches wider and wider as more and more fall under its influence. I can't wait to see how this story ends. Anything else you guys wish to say?
Choke.
Luneth just smiles at you all and says, I feel like we'll be seeing each other again real soon. Goodbye for now, mortals. Luneth explodes in a ball of green fire. Sabrina turns into a bunch of little rats and scampers off into the forest. And Dianar simply vanishes, like dematerializes into thin air in front of all of you. And so finally, after all the rats have retreated into the woods, the three demons are gone.
You said you give Beck back.
Lena and Moon walk forward and say, so are we gonna go get him? I'll take that as a yes. Lena is the first one to begin to dive into the cave.
Elvin's gonna fall and say, I'm gonna need a drink after this.
All right. Are the rest of you following?
Yeah.
All right.
Ekrai follows, but he's
Cool.
just dead silent.
All right. Oh.
Yeah.
Oh. Ekrai
Aw.
backstory is going to get real sad. As you guys walk through the caves, you finally arrive, and you see a absolutely horrifying sight. You guys can see Beck on the ground, convulsing, and you can see two people who you assume to be his family members kind of on top of him, trying to, like, you know, pat it out of him, trying to give him water. And as you guys approach, you can see that the side of Beck's neck is, like, pulsating. His veins are, like, popping out, and you can just see, like, this purple glow just, like, pumping through his veins. And you can see that one of his eyes has started to like turn purple.
Oh fuck.
As you guys approach, the older man with his large beard looks up and he says, "Oh, who are you all?"
Owen's gonna step back for a second and just look at him puzzled for a second.
Ekrai, Alisman, do you
can I
wish to?
Can I just push through them and cast Cure Wounds on him?
Yeah, go ahead and make me a medicine check. Or, sorry, just go ahead and cast a spell. It's not a medicine check. Just, yeah, cast Cure Wounds.
That's a
Cure
D8,
Wounds.
isn't it?
What was that?
It's a D8, right?
Yes.
I don't have my spell sheet open.
Yeah, it should be a D8 plus your level.
12.
12. All right. Well, Beck, you can go ahead and heal that 6 that or what that Luneth caused to you.
Cheek.
Ekrai, you get down and you summon this kind of faint glow around your hand, kind of similar to the dancing lights, and you just kind of place it on Elwyn's neck, and you watch as his breathing kind of slows down a little bit. Beck?
Alwyn.
Oh, sorry. There's a lot of characters. You got Ekra, you place your hand on Beck's neck, and Beck's breathing begins to slow down a little bit and stabilize. But you guys can still see that purple substance pumping through his body or through his neck, and you can see his eyes like slowly turning more and more purple. You guys watch as Lena walks forward, and she sits next to Beck's father, and she says, "We're friends of Beck. We're here to help you out. The demons are, well, they're gone for now. We should probably get him to a safer location." The father looks up and he just looks at you all and he says, "Are you all going to be able to save my son?"
We're gonna try.
We're gonna try.
Awkward. Well, again,
Yes.
Alan knows these people, so he's like,
Yeah,
Yes, we are.
they are a little too stressed out to care about that right now, Elwyn.
Alan's the double take. He's like, how do you know Beck? Wait.
You guys watch as Asmi and Beck's father. What's your father's name again, Beck?
Ivar.
Ivar. That's right.
Ivar.
God damn it, you guys are writing all these fucking characters for me to remember. Okay, Ivar and Asmi, go ahead and pick up Beck. And they begin to like football carry him out of the fucking cave as you all follow behind. As you guys arrive back, you just see the piles of bones and Valterian armor that just litters the forest. And Ivar looks over at you guys and says, "What the hell happened out here?"
We can talk about it later. Let's get Beck healed first and see what the fuck's going on with him.
At this, Ivar looks at you, Elwyn, and there's like a sense of recognition on his face as he looks at you, but he just kind of shakes and he goes like, "Right, first priority, we got to get priorities out of the way first. Should we take him back home to his mom, or should we take him to the hospital?"
My mom might have something. There's always healers there.
Right. Let's go to the inn. Moving as fast as you guys possibly can, you all make your way back to Lumon and to the Ruby Giant Inn. As you guys enter, you can see Kathleen is currently wiping down the tables as she looks up and she says, "Elwyn, it's so good to see..." Oh no. Is everything all right with him? She points over at Beck, who is currently like foaming at the mouth.
We need a healer.
Oh, a healer? I think they're all out of town right now.
All of them?
All of them?
There's always one around here somewhere.
Oh, maybe that old widow lady on the side of town could help us out?
She's gonna have to do. Let's get him over there.
Right. You can see that Kathleen's like this short little squat woman, so she just like pushes it forward and she just waddles out and starts leading you guys to the outskirts of the town. As you guys are all moving, you guys can see off by the forest that you guys just came from, kind of nestled away from the rest of the village, is this small little cabin with these kind of dead trees looming over it. Kathleen looks back at you all and she says, "All right. I haven't talked to old lady Marley in quite a while. She's a little bit insane, but she's the best chance we got to save Beck." At this, Kathleen knocks on the door and she says, "Marley, Marley dear, Marley, are you home?" No answer. Do you guys want to do anything?
Ellen's gonna walk up the door and start banging on it.
Oh my. My son, he's always the brash one. After a little while, you can hear the door unlock as it slowly opens. And you can see a single bright green eye looking at you, Ellen, from the other side. And you can hear a raspy voice asking, "What do you want?"
Somebody's been injured and we need your help.
The eye kind of shifts over to look at Beck, who is now just twitching. Like, like he's just kind of like lockjawed and twitching. The lady looks back at you and she says, all right. Come on in, but don't touch anything." The door opens, and standing in front of you all is a very, very, very old-looking woman. She is a halfling. She is wrinkly. She has she's pretty much bald. She has 5 strands of gray hair coming out of her head, and she has this giant wart up above her left eye. She is wearing this rather nice black dress as you all walk into her little cabin, which is much more spacious on the inside. The inside of Marley's cabin is it's cluttered, to say the very least, and there are about 5 objects in this room that you don't know if it's just a prop or if it's actually a human body part. Marley walks over to the table in the middle of the room and she says, "Set him down there." Ivar and Asmi go ahead and they set Beck down as gingerly as they can. Beck, you just kind of face plant into the table and start twitching some more. Marley looks at the rest of you all and says, "Take seats around the room while I tend to him." Marley walks over to you, Beck, and she picks Beck up and she sees the eye and the pulsating and she goes, "Well, that ain't good." And she goes ahead and she puts his head back down. She turns around and she points at Ekrai and she says, "You, tall one, reach up and grab me those plants. The green ones with the thorns on them."
Guess I reach up and hand you those plants. The green ones with the thorns on them specifically.
She then points at Alisman and says, "You, little one, go into that cupboard and find me the red mushrooms. Not the orange ones, the red ones. And make sure they're the red ones that don't have green spots on them. The ones with the green spots will poison him."
Yeah, go get those for her.
She then finally looks over at Elwyn and she says, "You, bring me a bottle. Biggest bottle you can find in this godforsaken home."
Ellen's gonna go find that bottle then.
Alright. You all arrive at the table and you hand Marley the ingredients she asked. And Elwyn, you find the biggest bottle that you can. And she goes ahead and she says, "Alrighty. Now, from my general estimation, Beck will be dead in about 2 hours. But if I am able to make this potion under 2 hours, he will probably not die. Capiche?"
We're gonna go with probably not die.
We're gonna go with probably not die. Now then, I'm gonna start a fire. You guys all sit around as it's really disturbing to watch Beck. He's just like, it's also really sad because he still has sentience, so he's just like crying, like through the pain. It's like really rough to watch for him. He's still conscious during all of this, and Beck, you kind of know what's going on, like vaguely, but the pain is just like so intense that it's hard to like, stay level-headed.
Slay.
As Marley begins to make the potion, she starts just like talking to you all. So, what brings you all to the town of Lumen?
Well, we needed a healer, and Mom said you're the only one here.
Yeah, I'm a healer, or I used to be a healer way back. I used to have a beautiful husband back in the day. But then he died. And now I'm here.
Don't you just hate when that happens?
Yeah, it's the worst, I tell ya. People losing their husbands all the time these days. Marley goes ahead and she, like, puts the mushrooms in, and there's a loud pop and a loud crack as she stirs the pot. Alrighty. I haven't met tieflings in quite a while. Last time I met a tiefling was, about 50 years ago, give or take. She was cool. She was alright. Made her a potion to stop the poxwalker. The poxwalker's a real bad disease. Bunch of little pox appear on your skin.
That sounds horrific.
It is, let me tell you. Anyways, and she takes the leaves and she goes and she puts them in there. Oh, good, you got the ones with the thorns. This one will make it taste better. So it won't taste as much, so it won't taste as bad. Instead of it tasting like dog shit, it'll just kind of taste like a little bit of dog shit. Alrighty. Alright. After about an hour of Marley talking your ears off and stirring, she finally pours a dark, murky red potion. And she walks over to Beck. Alright, which one of you wants to hold his mouth open?
Ooh, can I do it? I think this would be fun.
Elwyn, you walk over, and you go ahead and you open Beck's mouth. He's very lockjaw, so you kind of have to, like, force it open a little bit. And she just says, Alright, make sure he doesn't spit it out. If he spits it out, it's gonna taste even worse, I tell you. The vomit that this thing creates, it's fucking horrific. And it smells like absolute shit. And she starts to just pour it down Beck's mouth. Beck, you are just chugging this gross-ass mixture. But compared to the pain, it's not that bad.
It's not that bad.
Nice.
After a grueling 15 seconds, Beck finishes the potion, and the twitching stops, and he falls back onto the table, and he's still for a second. Before, finally, Beck, you wake up and you take a deep breath as you kind of like, to like catch yourself. Beck, you stand up. You are just covered in sweat. And you are all surprised to see that half of Beck's skin has turned into like a pearly bright white. Almost like parchment white. So like half of his face has been turned white, and this white skin also goes across his eye, and one of his eyes is now a bright violet purple.
Mari?
Oh, yeah. Mari?
Mari?
You see that Marley looks at Beck. She just goes, Yep, the potion worked. So, what'd I give you? I gave you a halting potion. Basically, it's supposed to stop any foreign and invasive thing from going any farther in ya. However, it looks like I caught you in the middle. So, whatever the fuck was in ya, it's still in ya, but it's not in ya all the way. Understand?
And how do we get it all the way out?
Hold on a damn second. Marley reaches into her bag and she pulls out a bunch of cigarettes and she like puts a cigarette in her mouth and she's like, "Hey, little Fey boy, go back to that cupboard and bring me a lighter." Alice,
I fucking love this NPC.
Aliceman, you walk up to Marley and you give her the lighter and she says, "Thank you, dearie."
Most unhinged grandma.
Alright, so I'm getting too old for this shit. So, basically, I don't know what the fuck is in this boy, alright? He's got some weird purple shit inside of him. But, that potion sure to stalled it for a couple months, give or take. Maybe close to a year. So, how do we get it out of him? Beats me. I don't fucking know. I don't have a potion that can take it out of him.
Okay. Well, thank you for helping us. I appreciate it. Beck, thank the nice lady.
Oh, Beck, you are like in a cold sweat. You're like conscious, but you're like very fatigued.
Yeah, Beck's too tired to say anything.
Actually, before you all...
He's too weak to where he can't even utter a word.
Before you all leave, what was it that did it to the man?
A demon?
Oh, demons, yeah. Those things, yeah. Had to deal with a few of them in my past before. Tell me, was it one of those newer ones or one of them ancient ones?
I'm not sure. It might have been one of the newer ones.
Well, what did he look like? You can usually tell how far along a demon is by how they look.
Gross.
What?
Just disgusting. Just think of the worst thing you could think of, and then that.
Let's see, did he have lots of legs?
He had a lot of eyes.
Oh, and eyes. Oh, yeah. Oh, no, what's his fucking name? No, not Satosa. Locust, no. Oh, yeah, Dianor. Yeah, that one's pretty old. Think he became a demon, during the Cataclysmic Wars? Yeah, pretty old one. But now you got all these new demons that are getting turned in the New Ages, yeah, let me tell you.
I'm sure they don't build them like they used to. Anyways, we thank you again. Elwyn's gonna nod at Beck's brother and dad, pat Beck on the stomach, and be like, "Mom, let's go home."
Before you all leave, is there anything else any of the rest of you want to ask or say?
Can I just like hand her like a lump of money, like a solid 60 gold or something?
Oh, I don't need it, dearie. Trust me, I'm more than taking care of myself here. I think you all need that money more than me.
You just call us poor.
Yes, I
She's
did.
a legend. She's an icon.
She's an icon.
I did call you all
Okay,
poor.
well, I'm gonna make sure to accidentally forget that on her counter before we leave.
Okay. Marley goes ahead and she smiles. You know, be careful, you two. She gestures over to Elwyn and Ekrai. Demons are, tough lots. They got a lot of sick, twisted history behind them. So, make sure that you're watching out over there. You know, they used to write books on these things, but I can't seem to find one for the life of me anymore.
Elwyn's gonna nod and thank her again.
Alright. Do you all leave?
Yeah.
Yep.
Alright.
Fuck out of there.
You all walk out of the cabin. Beck, you're starting to feel a little bit more yourself, but something just feels off. And your left eye, which is the eye that is now purple, you kind of blink for a second because everything's a little foggy, and then you blink again, and for like a split second, you could see the world in like a different sort of way, but it was hard.
HD.
It was hard to explain.
Excuse me.
It's almost for like a second you could see things that are there, but you can't see with the normal eye. And as you blink again, all those little things are gone. At this,
That's great.
Osmi turns to you, Beck, and says, "You're right, brother."
Beck's just he's not gonna say anything.
That's for the best. Let's get you home to Mom. I'm sure she'll be happy to see us. Osmi turns to the rest of you and says, "You should all come too. Think you all deserve some rest after that." Kathleen also walks up and says, "You know, I haven't seen the old family in a while. I think I'll come over."
Ellen's gonna nod in agreement.
All right, you are all going to head off towards Beck's family's house. We have about 1 more hour of today's session.
Hell
One more hour. We have one last little thing. I'd say we're gonna take one more quick 5-minute break, and then we will finish off this session. Yeah. So take 5. Be back here in 5 minutes, and then we'll finish the last hour.
Alright. Ah, fuck.
Right.
Go.
I am back.
Hello.
I'm excited for the banter up.
Oh my god, dude. Fucking that voice I gave for Marley was fucking killing my throat. Holy shit.
Oh, but
Dude, if you need to change it, dude.
No, dude, I love it.
August, I have a question.
Yeah.
I have a question.
Okay.
So, you know how for Spike's campaign, I'm a halfling little guy?
Mm-hmm.
Can Mari be my grandma?
Yeah. Sure.
That's adorable.
Hey, Grandma.
I'm in love with this NPC. I
Mima.
fucking love her. Oh my
Mima.
god.
She's giving me the vibes of like the old man on the island. Like the same kind of
No.
vibe.
Dude, no, the old man was nice. This lady's batshit insane.
Okay, but he was also batshit insane.
But not it's in a different way.
Okay, but like in the way that they just like talk about things, I'm like, this feels like I'm talking to the old dude again.
I don't know about that.
Although
No, she's nasty. She gives me like old lady Nim.
Yeah.
I'm wheezing. Wait, that's so funny.
All right.
No.
I'm so excited
All right.
for the banter of you. Beck's that kid. Beck's your sibling.
All right.
What the fuck?
Well, let's kick that right off. You all arrive at Beck's parents' house. You can see Tova, Beck's mom, as she like holds her hands up to her
Is she a
face.
I'm sorry for interrupting. Is she a MILF?
Beck is your mama MILF.
Yeah, think of Trisha Elric
Alright.
from Full Metal Alchemist.
Oh,
We all know that Ekrai loves MILFs.
Fucking Wooga. Oh my.
yeah.
Oh god, I guess it's a good thing I guess it's a good thing Ekrai never met Sartosa. Sartosa's the ultimate MILF.
Oh
Oh my god, yeah, thank god for that. Holy
Okay.
shit.
Okay.
Doggy mom, for real, for real.
Alright guys, so Tova goes ahead and she walks up to you, Beck, and she just like throws her arms around you and hugs you. She brings you in close. And she looks over at Ivar and Asmi, and she just like smiles and nods at the both of them. And then the two of them just nod and continue to walk into the house. She looks over at everyone else that is here. Tova lets go of you, Beck, and kind of like does that thing where like she holds you in front of her with like her arms on your shoulders, and she just says, "Get inside and get some rest. Father will start dinner soon."
Beck's gonna nod and walk in.
Tova walks over to everyone else, and she says, "Thank you all so much for helping." She looks over at Alisman and she says, "Oh, hello. Good to see you again."
See you too.
So, I didn't want to ask him because he seems a little worn out, but what has happened to my son?
A lot.
Well, we can discuss it over dinner. Also, she goes ahead and she looks at you, Elwyn, and then she looks down and she sees Kathleen. You know, I always knew there were good people in this town. All of you come in. We'll have some dinner and talk about it. All right.
Tova, my beloved. I love her so much.
As you all walk into the house, Alisman, you've been here before. Elwyn, you've been here a long time ago. Ekrai, you've never been here. It's pretty cozy. It's a little cluttered, but it looks very lived in. There's like little toys on the ground. There's all types of little knickknacks on the walls and on the shelves. There's paintings. There's a roaring fireplace. There's like this very large couch that looks like it's ancient, but it looks very comfy just in the sense that like people have been sitting on this thing for ages. As you guys walk in, you guys see a little girl run up. Oh wait, no, little boy run up. This little boy runs up to you, Ekrai, and he just goes, "Whoa! I like your shiny hat," and he points up at your hat.
Would you like to try it on?
Yes.
Just take my hat off, hand it to him.
The little boy, which is Rune, right?
Mm-hmm.
Rune goes ahead and he takes the hat and he puts it on and he runs over to Tova and he goes, "Look, Mom, I'm a performer!" And he starts jumping up and down in place.
Can I just like throw a smile over at Elwyn and like do air guitar real quick for a second?
Elwyn's just gonna nod and say he's a lot, but he's cute.
You guys see that Lena and Moon are kind of just like standing in the corner, looking a little uncomfortable about the whole situation. Do any of you wish to speak to them?
Elwyn's gonna go ahead and walk over and thank them for help.
Lena and Moon both nod and say, "Happy to help. I hope that Beck, well, he seems better, but I hope that whatever is wrong with him gets fixed soon. Unfortunately, we won't be leaving anytime soon. Not as long as Luna's out here and Alisman's here. sorry, we're just not used to enclosed spaces, Lena says as she kind of like gestures around. And Moon just kind of nods.
Elwyn's gonna nod and be like, I get it. Unfortunately, after this, I think my time here is done, but Mom runs a great little tavern down the road. If you guys ever need anything to eat, or if you guys just want to talk, you guys can always do it.
Of course, this seems like a nice little community. You know, we don't really get out of Fenral that much, if ever, so it's nice to know that places like this exist. Even somewhere as unlikely as Valteria, Lena says.
They're not all.
Yeah, I'm sure they're not all bad, she says. At this, Elwyn, you hear some booming footsteps behind you as Ivar approaches you with his arms crossed. And he just kind of looks at you, Elwyn, with like that kind of like happy, confident look on his face. He has like this really thick beard and mustache, and these really thick, bushy eyebrows, and he's bald. And he just looks at you, Elwyn, and he just says, "My, you've grown up, haven't you, Elwyn?"
It's been quite a while since I've seen you as well.
It has been, Kathleen. It's good to see you, my lady. And Ivar, like, kind of, like, grabs her hand, and he kisses it in, like, a funny, joking way. And Kathleen just rolls her eyes, and she just goes, "Tova, he's doing it again." And Tova just, like, shoots him a look, and Ivar just, like, smiles at her, and he turns back.
Elwyn's gonna chuckle and say, "So, it's really great to see you. I just didn't expect Beck to be your son. He's very serious and stoic and..."
Well, I guess that's true, right? Because, well, you usually used to babysit Osmi. Osmi, come over here. Osmi walked over. Oh, wait, no. I'm fucking stupid. Never mind. I'm getting my timelines wrong. It's a lot to remember. Ivar stands up and says, "Well, yeah, it's been a bit. Well, you probably don't really recognize Beck that much, given, well, the missing limbs and, him being a whole Valterian. But yeah, that's him."
Well, it's good to know that you and your family are still safe. And hey, I'm probably going to stick around a little while to help Mom. So, if you guys ever want to come to the tavern, let me know. I'll hook you up.
Well, that's quite nice of you, Elwyn. Anyways, you all must be starving after that encounter. Ivar's face drops a little bit, and he just goes, Let's have a seat and eat some food. I think we all need some relaxation."
Elwyn's gonna nod and pat him on the back and start walking towards the kitchen.
All right. You all sit down, and as you guys do so, you can smell Tova and Ivar's cooking, and it smells great. A large soup is placed in the middle of the table. Some bread rolls are placed on the table. A large fish that Ivar caught is placed on the table that has been baked or cooked through. Sorry, burping. And also a large mouth-watering steak is also placed on the table. The dining table is large, but not large enough to fit everyone. So you all kind of cram in shoulder to shoulder with each other. As Ivar takes a seat at the head of the table, and he looks at you all and says, Beck, I'm sorry that, well, your return was so complicated, but I'm glad you're home, son. And he pats you on the shoulder. And to the rest of you, thank you all so much for helping my boy. It's, a good thing you all did for us. Didn't have to. So, willing to pay you back through, well, the good food. So, please, dig in.
Ellen's gonna thank him for you.
You see Kathleen just, like, goes in and she starts grabbing stuff. And you see that Lena and Moon are just kind of sitting there, and they're looking at all the food, and they look over to Ivar and they go, excuse me, Beck's dad, this all looks, amazing, but, me and Moon are, vegetarian. Ivar looks over at the two nymphs and he goes, What's a vegetarian? It means that we don't eat animals, sir. We only eat well, we don't eat the meat of animals, I should say. Ivar goes, oh!
Alice is also vegetarian.
Oh, that's right, Alice. Aliceman also raises.
Vegan.
Yeah, Aliceman also raises his hand and says he's vegan. And Ivar goes, right. Well, I can go ahead and see what I have in the pantry, if you will excuse me. Ivar starts to walk back, and you see Tova puts her hand and her head in her hand, and she just goes, I told him we should have made mixed greens, but no, he just wanted to cook the fish that he caught today. He didn't want to make any cooked greens. So sorry about that, you three. We'll have something whipped up for you guys in just a second. The rest of you, please dig in. After a little bit... Oh, yeah. Oh, go ahead.
I was to say, Elwin's just gonna continue eating.
Right. After a little bit more time, Ivar comes back, and he has a plate of fried greens, and he puts it on the table, and he says, will this be good? Moon and Lena just nod with, like, a smile, and they just grab their plates and, like, start loading it. Aliceman, do you also eat some greens?
Yes.
It's pretty good. He whipped it up pretty fast. He was gone for maybe about 5 minutes. He literally just threw some greens in like a pot with like some spices and some oil, and he was just like, good enough. As you all begin to eat your dinner, is there anything you guys want to talk about amongst each other in this rare moment of peace in an OTAX campaign?
You changed.
Use the time wisely, guys. I recommend you do stuff because you will not get it often.
Yeah.
Yep.
It's weird to see how much you've changed, Beck. God, this is because I'm not gonna.
Elwin, you're cutting out.
Oh no!
Yeah.
Is that better?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I'm probably not gonna see you for a while. I should let you know that apparently Dusk is on the move. We tried to contact him when you went missing, but he had been gone a couple hours by then. Just so you know when you go back.
Beck's just gonna pick out his food, and he just slightly nods his head, and he just continues to move around the stuff on his plate.
A broken man.
Aww.
Yeah.
Lena turns to you, Aliceman, and she just says, how are you feeling, Aliceman? You probably aren't feeling super great since Luneth is kind of wanting to kidnap you.
I'm just gonna live in the moment for now.
Yeah.
Try and think about that.
Well, I know that we don't know each other that well, but me and Moon have sworn to make sure that Luneth doesn't get her hands on you. So, if that's any reassurance to your safety, but hopefully, oh, did the music stop? Hopefully, we can keep you safe.
Thank you.
At this, Moon whispers to you, Aliceman, and she just goes, can I ask you a question, Aliceman? Do you know how old Beck is?
I don't know, early 20s maybe?
Right. Moon just kind of sits up, and Lena looks a little confused, and she just says, why are you asking that? And Moon just goes, no reason. And she blushes, and then she just like stuffs her face in her fried greens.
Ellen's gonna notice it and say, he's gonna notice it and be like, sitting in a tree. K-I-S-S-I-N-G. And just to tease Beck, try to lighten the mood, try to get him to smile. If he's sad.
I think Beck needs to go outside and breathe some fresh air. So he's gonna like kind of like place his hands on the table, and he's gonna say, I'm gonna excuse myself. And he's gonna go and he's gonna walk through the back door and just sit at that porch.
Okay. We'll get back to you in a second, Beck. The biggest person at this table is definitely Oz, who is sitting shoulder to shoulder with Ekrai and Ivar, and just this massive metal man. And you can see he's just like looking at his plate, and he's just like, "Food looks delicious." Ivar nods and he says, "You should try some." And Oz just goes, "I don't eat food, really." "Oh, well, is there like something else that we can get for you?" And Oz just says, "No, I like looking at it." Okay. Oz is like 7-8 feet tall.
Yeah.
He's a big man, or a big robot man, or a big gnome in a robot man. I do kind of want to retcon and just make Oz a Warforged, because I think it's so much more interesting of him just being a Warforged.
Yes, that's what I've been saying.
Elwin, what would you like to say?
Oh, I was gonna look to Ekrai and ask him what's next. We got Beck back. We're not contracted for anything. Obviously, we met people that we didn't want to meet, but
Ekrai, do you wish to say anything?
I don't know what's next.
Oz speaks up and he says, "Well, from my point of view, you two may be done with the current issue, but I think it's willing to say that the two of you have just started your story, and I don't think it's going to be stopping anytime soon, if that's any direction that you guys needed."
well, as far as I'm concerned, I got paid. Beck is back. Everyone's home. I think it's just time to have a cozy little life for a while.
That's what we can hope. Ekrai, anything else you wish to say?
Nope.
Alright. Ekrai, you try to eat your food as Oz keeps accidentally bumping you with his large build. And you're just trying to eat your steak and it keeps like missing your mouth. Let's go back to Beck. Beck, what are you doing?
Beck is, because his body is completely different from what it was before. He's gonna be blinking and trying to see if he could, see what he saw, back there. And he's just gonna, try to figure out what's going on with him.
Right. You aren't able to seem to get the blinking thing to happen again. But Beck, you do notice something strange as you look down at one of your prosthetic arms, and you notice that parts of it have begun to glow. And you can see, in all the little crevices, all the little cracks or inlays in your prosthetic, they're all now glowing a soft purple color and kind of pulsating with some kind of energy.
Weird. He
Weird.
is so uncomfortable. So, I have a question because I'm really stupid about time periods and shit.
Mm-hmm.
So, would there be windows?
Yes.
Okay. Beck hasn't seen himself yet, so he's gonna look, in the window and, try to see what's going on.
Okay. Give me 1 second. Alright, I'm back. Beck, you can just see everyone in the house just enjoying their meal, talking, laughing, not much else.
Can he see his reflection at all?
He can, vaguely. And you just see the purple eye
but he feels kind of disgusted at the sight of himself, and he's just going to sit on the porch and just put his head in his hands and just think. And that will be the end of my turn.
All right. Anyone else want to say anything or do anything at the table? I'll take that as a no. As you all finish dinner and put your plates up, Ivar has offered you all spots to sleep for the night, and for you all to get some rest for tomorrow morning, whatever may come. Beck, as you are sitting outside, you hear the voice of your mother behind you as she says, "Beck, are you all right?"
No, I'm not.
Tova sits down next to you, Beck, and she says, "What happened back there?"
It's back, Mom.
Tova looks at you, and you see that tears begin to form in her eyes, and she says, "It did something to you again?"
Beck just kind of looks away, and like under his breath he goes, "Yeah."
Tova reaches over and she hugs you as she says, "You are very strong, Beck. You are a strong and wonderful son, and I am very proud of you. And I don't know what this thing is, or what it wants from you, or why it's chosen you, but I know you'll overcome it. And I'll be here to help you with that."
Beck's just, he takes a deep breath, and then he just kind of, puts his head against his, not her boobs, but, against her upper chest.
"Come on, let's go to bed. You need some rest."
Becker, he nods his head.
Alright. You all go and get some sleep. And as you all drift off, morning comes once more. And this final little bit I want to do. As you all wake up, some of you sleeping in couches, some of you sleeping in chairs, and some sleeping on rugs. And as you all wake up, you hear a knocking at the door.
That's not good.
You hear more knocking.
Ellen's gonna blink an eye open and look around to make sure everyone's still there.
Everyone's still there. Everyone's waking up from their nap. Bang, 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 bang. Someone's got to open the door.
Can I go open the door then?
Ekrai, you walk over and you open the door, and standing in front of you is Dusk.
Oh.
Oh, shit.
Hi.
Dusk takes a step in and looks around at the entire room. And then their eye trains on Beck, and they just say, "I came as quickly as I could. I have a lot of questions." At this, you can see that Ivar and Tova have walked into the room, and both of them gasp as they both back away. And Ivar says, "My lord, I didn't expect a dragon fang to..." "It's all right. I'm here alone," Dusk says as they walk into the door. And sure enough, they are alone. No elites or anything as they close the door behind them. Dusk looks over at Beck and the rest of the group and says, "It appears that things are far worse than I predicted. Please, if all of you could take a seat on the couch. Beck, I know that you're probably exhausted, but I need to ask you some things.
Beck nods his head.
You can see that Lena and Moon look incredibly peeved at just being in Dusk's presence, but they also take a seat at the couch as well and kind of cross their arms and kind of just like lay back. Dusk looks over at Lena and Moon, and they just say, "I apologize for interfering with your forest. I assure you that my colleagues do not share the same interests that I do." Anyways, Dusk looks over at Beck and asks, "Beck, were you attacked by Luneth?"
Yes.
"And was she accompanied by 2 other demons named Sabrina and Dianar?"
Yes.
"Fuck," Dusk says as they sit back in their chair. "Then I'm sorry to inform you all that there are things out of my control and out of Valteria's control that are now set in motion.
Put it out of me.
Look, Dusk looks over at Ekrai and Elwyn and says, "It appears that both of your parents have revealed themselves truly to the normal populace of the world. And it also appears that them revealing themselves has put your kind in an awkward position. I've been getting reports that other children of Dianar and other children of Sabrina are starting to crop up more often. You two being examples of that, they say."
Elwyn's gonna go ahead and look over at his mom with the most apologetic look.
"Look, I am sorry to tell the both of you this, but you two being tieflings means that even if you run, even if you try and hide and ignore it, when your parents or the demon you're associated with fully comes into the fold, you can't escape it. You have to face it head on at some point. And so since Dianar and Sabrina have revealed themselves, that means that they'll be coming for you two in some way or another."
And there's nothing we could do. This wasn't even a... How is this possible? This was never mentioned in the, oh, this is just a quick, easy, little trip. Oh, by the way.
Look, I didn't think more demons were going to reveal themselves. I thought that my mission would maybe reveal one demon. I thought it wouldn't even reveal any demons, but look, demons in the relationship with their tieflings is a touchy subject. They basically see you all as tools to further their means, and so Dianar and Sabrina are going to use you two as tools, whether you think so or not. I don't know how they're going to do it. I don't know when they're going to do it, but this is a warning. It's a message of bad things to come. And unfortunately, I have no control over it. This is something that's not even in Valterian control anymore.
So this is happening because of your mission. Can't we just stop the mission?
Dusk looks down. I can't stop the mission. I've already spent too much to get it done. The most I can offer you two is, well, Dusk looks up and he looks at and they look at Kathleen and they just say, "The most I can do is offer you two some amount of help and protection. I don't know if you two want to go to Arcania, but perhaps going there, you two could find some way to stop whatever it is your parents are up to, and in turn, save the people around you."
I'm not leaving my mom defenseless.
Of course not. Which is why your mom will be kept in the Anvil with maximum protection. Kathleen, pulls your arm, Elwyn, and she looks at you and she says, "Look, Elwyn, this is all happening so fast. This feels..." She looks away, like she doesn't want to tell you something.
What is it? I know that look.
You see, it's just You've always been such a mystery to me, Elwyn, because the way you came to me was so bizarre. I was just cleaning the tavern one night, and then I saw a bunch of eyes staring at me from the darkness. All I remember is them entrancing me, and then, well, from those eyes came you. I was disturbed at first. A baby just materialized or appeared from the combination of all these strange eyes staring at me, but when I walked closer, you kinda looked like me. You kinda looked like me and another person I've never met before. But you were a child, so I took you in. But Elwyn, I don't know who you truly are. Your gifting to me was so sudden, and I don't even know who your father is. I've never met or seen Dianar, or if I did see him, all he did was give me you. I don't know how it works, but Dusk nods as he looks. You see, demons create tieflings through many different ways. The only demon that I know of that has ever had children through the standard cycles of reproduction is Sabrina. Or no, Sartosa is Sartosa, the demon of seduction. But every other demon has made their tieflings through other means. For Dianar, it is believed that he stares into the soul of whatever person he entrances, and from that person's soul he creates a tiefling that resembles the person's soul that he mimicked, as well as a piece of his own self. Dusk looks at you, Elwyn, and says, "That may be a lot to hear."
As long as you can guarantee for safety, I'll do what needs to be done.
Dusk nods. Kathleen will be completely safe. Look, I didn't want you all to get involved with this. I wanted to pay you all for a job, give out a promotion, and that was that. But these demons are working for something bigger than I thought. And it appears that they have their own agenda, along with Valteria's agenda. Demons are powerful beings. They crop up when the worst of the worst is happening, and they do horrible things to good people. Dusk looks down. All I wanted to do was help Valteria and save a person I loved, but it appears things are getting bigger than that. Dusk looks up. Right. If you are all going to accompany me, you need to know a few things. Especially you two, they say, looking over at Ekrai and Elwyn. Firstly, I have come to the realization that the child will not be sacrificed for what I needed to do. It simply needs to be at a place at a right time. Additionally, so, with that being said, that child needs to be under maximum protection. You may be asking what I'm trying to do with the child. Well, Dusk kind of leans in. I'm trying to gain access to the underworld. There is someone down there that I need to speak to. There is also something that I need to acquire to ensure Valteria's victory in the war. From my research, a young person, tiefling, demon, anyone with demonic blood needs to be present at the gate of purgatory for said gate to open. That is why I kidnapped the child, because it is the youngest thing that has demon blood that I know of.
Youngest baby, but yes. As long as you can guarantee its safety.
It'll be safe. I don't need to kill it. I don't need to spill its blood. All I need it to do is sit on a pedestal, and the door should open. That being said, I don't think that Luneth and her new friends will be wanting us to complete that mission. And so at every turn, they're going to be trying to stop us, Dusk says. I've done a lot of research on demons. I've spent my whole life researching them. And from what I know, is that every single demon was once immortal. From what I've scrounged from old Sunkeeper books, demons were created by Sidar during the Great Cataclysmic War to fight Elena. They were all once people, like us, but they spent eons in the underworld, twisted into the things that you see now. Some of them are more far gone than others, and you can usually tell by their forms. You see that Dusk reaches down and unhooks a book on their side and hands it over. This is all the information I have on demons thus far. I suggest you all read it and prepare for what is coming for all of you, and be the best prepared. Dusk looks over at you, Beck, and says, I know what happened to you, Beck, and I am sorry. If we're able to find Dianar and confront him, perhaps he has some way to cure what has happened to you.
I don't want to see that thing ever again.
Dusk stands up and says, I understand, Beck, but a new fate is calling to you. I don't think you'll be cut off from that thing for long. I'm sorry. But I ensure my help to try and stop him from doing those things to you.
Elwyn's gonna nod, look over at Beck, and say, we're gonna kill that thing.
Beck's just gonna kind of like flinch at that and like look away.
My heart.
Look, demons, again, you can tell how powerful they are by how far along they look. The more humanoid they look, the less powerful they are. The less humanoid they look, well, although some of them tend to hide their forms. If you would open the book. Elwyn, I'm assuming you're the one that has the book if you want to open it. Elwyn, you open up to the first page. And you can see that there's a bunch of notes written in Dusk's handwriting. There's only 2 demons I've been able to analyze for this theory. A demon named Sartosa and a demon named Lillian. Both of them have been banished. I spent months while the 2 of them were working for Valteria to try and learn as much as I possibly could about their kind. Sartosa, you can see there's an illustration of her in the book. She presents herself as a beautiful tiefling woman. But, like I said before, this is just a disguise. A front she uses to hide her true form. Elwyn, you flip over to the next page and you can see a horrific illustration of a large raven monster. It is my belief that Sartosa was one of the most powerful demons currently present in Otax, given her horrific form. It is also my belief that long, long ago, she was a Kenku. But the being that you see in the book is what countless years in the underworld turned her into. You all stare at the large raven monster. It is a horrific sight. Elwyn, you flip over to the next page, and you can see a new demon. This one is wearing pirate's garb and has a shadowy face, and you can see there are 2 cutlasses on the side that are illustrated that have green flames. The next demon I analyzed was Lillian. She was known as the Ghost Pirate of Edia. And, as you can see, she's the one that had the green flames before Luneth did.
Elwyn's gonna clear his throat and say, so back when we went to go get the fruit, I stumbled upon something that you might take interest in.
What is it?
Elwyn's gonna go ahead and pull out the journal he found that had different
demons in their names. Yep.
Yeah. The demon book. Be like, I don't know if this is gonna help, but
Dusk takes the book and says, "Thank you, Elwyn. I'll take a look at this later." As you can see, Lillian's form, while demonic in nature, is still humanoid. She still looks like a mortal being, like her past self somewhat, but obviously twisted into being a demon. This is to suggest that she's a much newer demon. Someone that hasn't been a demon for probably no less than under 100 years. That being said, she was still very dangerous in the end. Now, with all this information, what I can surmise is that Luneth is a new demon. Very new, in fact. From the reports, she seems to look just like a tiefling, but with smaller changes to her body. But demons like Dianar, well, he's someone that we should consider much more dangerous. And as for Sabrina, she's a wild card. I have a hunch that she's doing what Sartosa is doing and hiding her true form under some kind of guise. So I would suggest that she is also high threat, Dusk says. So, I hope this information helps you all, because you're going to need it for the people we're going up against. Dusk stands up and brushes off their armor and looks at you all. The ships for Arcania will be leaving next week. I suggest you all get as much rest and time to prepare as possible. I'm sorry you've all been roped into this, Dusk says. And Dusk looks over at Alisman. Alisman, once we get to Arcania, I promise you I'll let you go. You can go back to your people. You can go do whatever you want. I just need your help to just get to Arcania. I hope you can understand that.
just stay silent.
Dusk looks at you all and says, I'm sorry to drop this all on you so soon. You're free to keep the book if you want to keep reading about what I've learned while I read this book. Dusk waves the book that Elwyn gave them. I will see you all in a week at the docks of Darvox. Dusk looks over at Beck's family, and you can see they all just look like stone-faced and lockjawed at all this information. Tova walks up and says, I know that we're just a common family, my lord, but please make sure my son is safe wherever you're taking him. Dusk walks up to Tova and takes her hand, and he like kneels down and like they bend in like a kneeling position to Tova, and Dusk says, I swear on my life I will not let Beck die. Tova's hand goes to her mouth and she nods as a tear comes down her cheek. Dusk gets up and says, Alright, I must be leaving. I have a meeting with the other Dragonfangs. I'll see you all in a week. And Dusk turns around and exits the door.
Oh, I love Dusk.
I want to save him so bad.
I want him. Damn, I want them
I want
so
them.
bad.
I want to save him so bad.
Yeah.
Lena and Moon both sigh. Well, seeing as getting Luneth is our mission and protecting Alisman, I guess we're coming along too, whether whether the Dragonfang wants it or not. Lena stands up and says, me and Moon are gonna go off for a little bit, try and contact Lorelei and tell her what's up. Well, see you all in a week. Lena and Moon both leave the house after thanking Beck's family for the food. Anything else you guys want to do?
I'm thinking.
Yeah?
I don't know.
Well, don't worry, guys. There will always be a next session. But if you guys really have nothing else to do, I think we're going to end today's session on a cutscene. So, you could all mute. The scene opens up in Darvox. And you can see that Luneth and Dianar are both standing in an alleyway as a bunch of rats begin to run down and form into Sabrina. Sabrina walks up and says, I'm so sorry, my friends. It appears that the child that we are looking for is no longer in the anvil. At this, Luneth stands up straight and looks at Sabrina. You're joking. It's not there? No, it appears to have been taken somewhere else. Luneth looks back at Dianar, who just says, It appears that our opponents are farther along than we think they are. Luneth looks back at Sabrina and says, Those two children need to be killed. And we are not going to disappoint Onik, are we? Sabrina and Dianar both shake their heads. We will get the job, Luneth. Or we will get the job done, Luneth, don't worry. In fact, I think this will be a great time to split up. Onik mentioned that there were 2 children, correct? Dianar, if you could go to Edia and find this other child, that would be splendid. While me and Luneth follow the rest of the group to Arcania to continue the other part of the mission. Dianar starts to slink back. Edia, I will find that child, and maybe I can add more flesh to my collection while I'm down there. Dianar, at this, completely dematerializes in front of the other 2 demons. Luneth looks over at Sabrina. What's your goal, Sabrina? Sabrina looks up. What do you mean? Don't play coy with me. I know that this whole gentleman thing is just a front. You see, we demons know a lot about each other, and I know you have a bigger goal than just fulfilling Onyx's mission. Sabrina shrugs. Well, if you want to ask so badly, I'm simply just, prepping to make sure that my children are ready. That is all. Luneth looks a little puzzled. What do you mean by prepping your children? Well, after meeting one of my children after a while, poor little Ekrai, it appears that my children are not yet ready for what is to come. So, I'll be doing everything in my power to make sure they are ready, Sabrina says. Luneth continues to speak. It's clear to me that you have a bigger goal in mind and you're not telling me. So, I guess for now, keep your secrets. But Onyx doesn't like having anything kept from him. Sabrina shrugs. I would never think about betraying a demon lord. In fact, we all remember what happened to Lillian, right? No, I fully intend to get this mission done. Just in my way, Sabrina says. Luneth nods. Right. Let's follow those Valterians to Arcania. And when the time comes, kill that child and take Alisman. We only have to wait for the perfect advantage. And we have a wild card, if needed, Luneth says. And you can see she kind of smiles to herself. Sabrina nods and says, yes, let us be off. And she turns into a bunch of little rats. And Luneth disappears into fire. And that is where we're going to end tonight's session.
No. Okay, because I got a question. What happened to that one pirate dude?
What one pirate dude?
From the very beginning, were you not paying attention, Augie?
Oh, yeah, him. You'll figure that out later.
Bro, I swear to God.
I need to spread out the cutscenes.
No, you don't.
No, you don't.
Do we get sibling notes?
Yeah, we need the sibling notes.
I need to see the sibling notes.
Yep.
Oh my god, Lou, I love you. Oh my god, this fucking bitch.
I'm sorry.
Live stream reaction.
I love this so
There's
much.
so many. I like that.
Dude,
I'm serving cunt,
love it.
Elwin.
I love it so much.
It's so good.
Live Trin reaction accurate.
And it's Beck holding a baby.
No, because it's so accurate. That is wonderful.
Alright, well things are heating up
I love you
indeed.
so much.
If it felt like Beck was getting a lot of attention, that's because this is a big Beck moment, but don't worry, the rest of you will be getting your
this is
moments
pretty
at some
much-
point.
No,
This
you're
is pretty much
good.
all of Beck's backstory.
Yeah.
You're good.
Guys, y'all ready for us?
I'm ready. I'm ready for it. I want to see the sibling notes.
Ready for the sibling notes.
Oh, don't mind my notes. We're just gonna.
My notes.
Alright. Okay. Wow, other characters! Motherfucker has not slept in years.
Oh.
Want to say hi.
Hello. Hello, Ekrai's girlfriend.
Hi.
Ekrai.
That's proof that she's real, by the way.
Oz.
As long.
And then Raw.
Raw.
Said raw into the thing and said it was me before we started.
IDK, what Oz look like. Ah, yes, scribble. Yo, Lena lives? Silly.
Little rat.
Silly.
Add Jeepers Creepers to the back Wait, Moon. Oh. Boo, did she say huh? Wait, bro, did she say
Because when she was trying to figure out the demon name, like the little lady.
Who cares?
I thought she said Lucas.
It's Lucas, you dumb fuck.
Bro, who's Lucas?
Back when he dies.
Back when he dies.
Wait, he's got the Tumblr eyes. Oh no. Red.
Because I thought we were supposed to remember it, so I wrote down the thing I had to get for the lady just in case.
Oh, red without spot.
Oh, that's just a thought.
Oh, okay.
Is there more?
That's
there
amazing.
more?
I love
There's
these.
another Alice.
Yes. All the fish.
There's Elwin. Oh.
Yeah, that one's better.
These are so
Just
cute. I
this.
love these.
This is smart. That's. Oh my god. Wow, it's me for real, for real.
Me for real, for real.
OMG, it's back.
Crying.
Aw.
Yeah, so that's sibling notes for tonight.
Beautiful.
Yay.
Absolutely beautiful. Well, this was a good session. I'm sorry for what I've set up, but it's going to be a great story. Trust me.
Yeah.
Alright, sibling is gonna go to
Okay.
bed.
Good night.
Say night night.
Good night.
I gotta be up early.
Alright, I'm joining
Alright,
back
good
on
night.
Bye-bye.
Good night. Oh, yeah. I got to give you guys new Hero Forge characters, because now we have them revealed.
Oh my god, I can't wait to make more designs. Oh, and also, so you know how I Frankenstein a bunch of people's art to use as references?
Yeah.
What do you want, sibling? Oh, okay, bye. So, I don't know how long this is gonna take. It's probably gonna take fucking forever. But I'm trying to work on a complete pirates photo.
Aww.
Oh, please. Oh my god, you have to show me that.
Yeah, I'm gonna show you on camera. I probably look like ass, but don't say anything.
Oh
I
my
haven't
god,
showered
you're
today.
hot. I swear to god, I'm gonna fight you.
You're always hot. Shut up.
Ah, thanks. Okay. I'm like,
Wow, your camera looks pretty good actually. It's not all electronic.
is it
Oh
not?
my god.
Oh.
Oh my god, we're
Oh my
we're
god.
getting
Lee 4K?
No, it's trust me.
4K,
Lee.
Lee.
It's still not 4K.
Oh
It's
my
still not 4K.
God.
I love you,
It's
honey.
4K for my quality.
Oh
There.
my god, Lee.
Oh wait, how the fuck am I?
Or else I now.
So, just know that I do not copy people's art. I just use them as references because I'm really lazy.
Well, also, that's still a valid way to draw, dude.
Yeah. I also, it's like, I take like 18 different photos to make like one character, and even now, these characters, their like base design is still not done. So, for Ardor, he's pretty easy because he's like. So, this is what I have for Ardor's design. He's a big boy.
Big man, big boy, big man boy.
I could do it. Draw a little glass bottle, man. It's that
Okay,
easy.
I'm gonna switch over to my phone. I'll be right back. It's me.
You got the score. He's very small. And then Shama, I think Shama might be one of my favorites. So, show me. This is how her base is set up. And then her little tail has a puff at the end of it. That is adorable! Oh my god, I love her. I also was like, just kill it! It shouldn't be that hard! I was an earwig in the bathtub.
Earwigs are good. They do not hurt you. Earwigs do not hurt you. That is a false rumor.
Here's Grim so far. I love that. I made him really skinny. But I feel like that's Slade. Take a shower. Guys, we're just a bunch of best friends. Just take